It's always technical difficulties, South Nation. Always technical difficulties. But we're back. Four-way dance crew. Myself, Crispy Daniels, Wogle Talk, SWLP. My guy Will, John Zona's on the studios. We're going to be discussing cartoon theories and also some video game consoles. You know what I'm saying? Blu-ray, what's good, baby? What's happening? Where the music at? IG don't like us. They'll kick us off. All right.
Yeah.
Zona.
Oh man, here we go again, man. I can't see you again.
You can't? You can't?
No. Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you. I see you fine.
Yeah, I can see
Oh, that's
both
not
of you.
good.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy right now.
Man. Oh my god.
Nah.
Oh, hold on.
Be careful, don't get hurt.
Yeah, we're
Got
back.
Will in the building.
I
Y'all
can't
see
see
me?
Will either. Oh my god, what's going on here? I
Yo,
can't
I
see.
can't see Jay either. Yo, Jay's not even on right now.
I'm on right now.
Yeah,
Well, I'm saying
I
like
see all of you.
Oh, you
screen
can't
isn't
see
on.
me. What?
Chris is like, yeah, I see everybody.
Yeah.
I don't see Chris.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
Chris
crazy.
B.
man.
By the way, y'all. Chris B. Not Chris P, but Chris B. It's all good though.
Chris,
That's what
Sammy,
he
how you
sounds like.
doing?
Chris B.
My
Daniel.
friend Sammy joined in.
What up, Sam?
Blu-ray, what's going on, bruh?
How's everybody doing?
It's all good,
Yeah.
man. It's all good.
Damn.
So what is it, like only 3 people could be on the screen at a time, not 4?
I can see all
Alright.
4 of y'all. I mean, all 3 of y'all. Damn.
Yeah.
All 3 of y'all. Shit.
Chris, are you
Oh
sure you
man.
can see me? How many fingers am I holding up, bro?
You holding up too? How many of my fingers I hold up? No,
I don't know. I can't see you.
nah, let me stop. Yep. No,
Correct
but nah, not Chris B, but Chris B.
Chris B. Daniels.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people call him Crispy.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, y'all ready to get this
What's
thing
going on,
started?
gentlemen? We're gonna be talking about, you already know, cartoon theories. We're gonna open up cartoon theories because we are going to have a long conversation about these consoles. I have
Absolutely.
Yeah.
notes.
Yes,
I
we.
took my notes.
I'm looking forward to
So I'm
that.
ready.
Definitely.
You know, I only have a few cartoon theories. I only got 2.
I don't know. It's probably because everything. Hold on, everything is fine on our end, but you might just want to jump off it and jump back on if we're freezing.
Wait, hold on. Let me try something. I'm gonna jump off and go back in.
No, not you. I was talking about the comment. The kid, but nah. She said we was freezing on our end. But
wait.
it's
Yeah,
probably.
I just want to see if me jumping on and jumping back in, I could see everybody. I don't know
Okay.
if that. Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, bruh.
All right. Will,
Look
can
at
you
Jay
see me now?
sitting there looking all.
I still
Jay sitting
can't.
there looking all serious like
I
his
still
business now.
can't see you.
Yo, that's a nice little collection you
Chris,
got in
leave
your
me
background.
alone, man. Leave me alone, bro. I'm in the
That's-
stew.
I might.
I
Yeah, I might
can't.
move my
I can't see
desk
you right
around
now.
too.
Oh man, I wish you could see me, Will. I got some video game pops in the back here, man. I got the
Damn.
Friday the
So
13th.
do I. I got a couple too, dude.
I know
Do you
you
see
got a
me?
couple pops.
Now I
I
can
can
see
you.
Will.
Okay.
I can see John. I can see everybody but Chris.
Really?
I can see everybody
Alright.
but you, Jay.
That's
Yeah.
wild, yo. That's
Yeah, I
wild.
can't see.
You can't see.
All
No.
right.
What?
Yo, let me hop off and then hop
Hey
back on.
Danielle,
Right?
how you doing?
D, what's good?
Is that Danny D?
Nah.
Oh, it's not Danny D.
Danny-
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
Danny
you
D,
gotta
she
get
not
a
hopping on,
check
man.
out.
That's
She's
her
that's
scared.
my
Well,
Danny D.
Tricks.
That's
That's
That
my
is a
Danny
great
D.
page. They're
Oh,
hilarious.
that's your Danny D. All right.
She's on my side there.
Hey, y'all want me
He
to
also
hop off it?
he also has a successful She actually is kind of famous. You know, her cat famous.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining in, Danielle.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that was
why.
that.
I don't know
Okay,
how we're lagging.
there's Danielle. There's Danielle again. Loki does tricks. That's her channel. She's actually pretty famous.
Yeah.
She's yeah.
That's what's up. I'm gonna
Okay.
check you out. Yeah.
Hey,
Pretty
so
dope.
what we gonna do, y'all? We could probably just go ahead and go on with the video because people were saying we're lagging. So I think once we finish the video and upload it and everything, it should be fine by then.
I
It's
think
probably
it should
because
be
we're
fine.
just live. So
Word,
you know what I'm
word.
saying?
All
Because
right.
everybody, I can
Sounds
see
good.
everybody in all that.
I can
So
see everybody except for Jay. Jay's the only person I can't see.
Hey, I can't see Jay either.
I'm
what's
Batman.
going on, kid?
I'm Batman.
But
Yes.
yeah,
You're not supposed to see me.
Yes, Loki does tricks. Danielle's cat is famous, not Danielle, but her cat Loki is. And believe me,
Yes, famous.
the videos
Okay.
are hilarious. You guys got to check it out. It's pretty funny.
All right, all right. Check
so
it
who
Yeah.
wants to go? Y'all want me to go first? Because I can. You know what I'm saying?
I only have a little bit, but go ahead, Chris. Only got 2, but go ahead. Go ahead. I want to hear
All
yours.
right. So I got 5
Yeah, keep
actually. I
saying it's
got 3
laggy too.
cartoons. You said that?
Danielle was saying that that the our live is laggy
It's
also, so it's not just
very
her.
laggy.
Yeah.
Word. Damn. What you guys want to do? You want to try to pop in on another account, another page, either Chris, John, or Will's?
Now you don't want to do mine because every time I do it, man, I swear to God,
Let me try
Instagram and
mine.
Facebook pissing me off, yo.
Let
All
me
right,
try
so
mine.
You want to try yours, Will?
Yeah, I'm gonna try mine.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna switch over, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna
One
switch
last
over,
time.
guys.
Let's
Hold on.
get it.
We're
Let's
experiencing
get it.
technical difficulties.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
All right.
What's up, world? How y'all doing? I go by WLP. It's WLP holding it down. It's me by myself talking. Okay, so let's see here. How does this work? How do I invite? Yes. Oh, wait. What the hell? I think anybody done. Hey, wait. Yo. Boom. Boom.
Good, G.
Chris, what up, man?
I'm back.
What's up?
What did you do? You hit because I sent you the request for the invite. It just popped up. Okay, there we go. It's
All
one.
right.
It's 2.
All right.
Yeah, so
Waiting
now,
on Jay.
All right.
yeah, I could just
So let's see.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Jay for right now.
Yeah, let's hope for Jay. I just
All right.
Yo, we in there.
Yay, yay.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, Jay, where
What's
you
up
at?
for the first song?
Stop playing.
Yo, now I can see YouTube, but I can't see Jay again.
Yo, what is going on? Are you serious?
That's
I
what
don't
happened
know.
last time, Jay. The whole time, bro. When we was on live the last time, I couldn't see you. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. We was on for like what, 2.5 hours?
Jay got his
Yo.
his settings in dark night mode, man.
oh my
Yo,
goodness.
this is crazy right now.
That is
I'm
hilarious.
You, I'm in the sticks, and that's got to be it. That's got to be
That
it.
has to be.
Yeah, Instagram just like, well, okay, we're sick of trying to fit Jay
Yo,
to the
just,
screen.
like, yo, forget about him. Forget about him. I'm still not gonna pick my nose and eat my boogers just in case it pops on. So
My
we're
God.
just going. I guess I'm just gonna remain mysterious.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget you on live, bro.
That is crazy. I've never had this problem before.
Nah.
He's like the voice from beyond, like, you know, he's just there.
I am Ishram.
All right, fellas, so
Yo,
y'all ready to do this?
Wait, you ever hear that song? Hold on a second. Who is this on? I'm just trying to look around.
We can see all of
We
you.
can see all of you. Okay.
Loki said,
Yo,
all right,
cousin,
all right.
so what up? Yo, my cousin Leo's on, y'all.
Leo, what's
What's
going
going
on?
on, Leo?
What's going on with you?
What's up? What's up?
Nice. Nice. So, all right. So I can see everybody here except for Jay. Jay, you're like the mysterious one.
I'm gonna change my name. I'm gonna change my name to the mysterious one.
Yep. So what we'll go into to cartoon theories?
Uh,
Demonic
Yeah,
Satan.
yeah, we can jump into
yeah,
some cartoon theories.
hmm Yeah, last time the one I was talking about was the Rocco one because Rocco had a lot of.
bro. Rocco's Modern Life was damn near an adult cartoon. You know what
Yes,
I'm
it
saying?
was.
Yeah, it was pretty. Wow, well, who's starting it off?
I will if you want me to. I got 3 cartoons, 1 TV show, 1 movie actually.
Okay,
Right.
awesome.
Gotta do yours, Chris. I think yours is a bit more interesting than mine is.
And I guarantee you, one of these y'all probably never heard of, but I'll start off with Ed, Eddie, Eddie.
Okay.
All right, I'm
So,
not surprised by that.
all right, so with that one, y'all notice all the kids in the cul-de-sac, right? But you don't ever see their parents at all,
No.
ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now I don't remember exactly how all the kids died, but the theory is that each kid in the cul-de-sac died in a different timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's why you. And then another thing is you notice they don't never leave the cul-de-sac, right? Ever.
No,
They never
really
they
not.
go to each other's houses and all
Yep.
that.
It's
That-
purgatory, supposedly.
Yeah, I
so.
was gonna say that's part of the purgatory theory. Like they're stuck in purgatory. Every like all the characters that you see.
Yep. Exactly. Now I don't remember how a few died. I think Ed, the slow one, right? And the sister. You know what I'm saying? I think they died in a car accident or something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like Double D died doing a crazy experiment.
That's exactly right, bro.
Oh, for real?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
And Ed, I forgot how he died. The leader of the group or whatever. Because the first one that died actually though was what's his name? What's the little Indian dude's name, yo? I forgot what his name was.
Oh,
Rob, yeah.
Did he wear
was
like
like the first one.
the line, that like the green line shirt? Like one was green and it was like neon green, neon. Is that
Yeah.
the one? I'm thinking somebody
I
else.
think so. You talking about Rolf, right?
Ralph was
I
the
think-
one that
yeah.
he would flex his muscle when he got pissed
Yo.
off.
Ralph, what? Yo, you wasn't no joke, bro.
Yo, Ralph will wash you
Yeah.
up.
For real.
Ralph
Ed,
was real.
and Eddie's the cartoon we're talking about.
Yes, Ed and Eddie.
But yeah, just in case you missed it, they're supposedly in purgatory. That's why you don't never see them leaving the cul-de-sac.
No, not at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
like this
They
joint.
always
What
stay
about
like
the
within their surroundings.
Yeah. Yeah, see, all of y'all got dope backgrounds. See, me, I don't know if you can see the arcade machine behind me, but it's just the way I got my desk lined up. You know what I'm saying? Right
Yeah,
near the
I-
window.
I have a blanket, man. I'm wearing my.
blanket.
Me, I got my setting right here. I got the
Yeah,
logo. I got the
Christmas
Christmas tree. I got the. I'm ready to talk about the games too, the consoles.
Yeah,
See that?
yeah.
Oh, don't worry, bro. Don't worry, y'all. We'll get to that. But who
Well,
wants to go next,
Yeah, I
though?
want to get to the games too. I can't wait for that.
I got.
I got the Friday
I think I got one.
What's up?
Yeah, I got my bathrobe, and I'm all just covered in blanket material here.
Zona,
It's cold.
You
It's
a boss, bro. You in a row.
And you got the they're all
Don't
all
Jay,
fancy.
do not get me started. Where's my pipe? But don't get me started now, man.
Look, yo,
Like,
I know you no joke, bro. You no joke.
Let's go. To my pipe.
My
no,
man
I
was like,
I actually got one. I actually got one for everybody. This is actually quite recent.
Okay.
This is a recent theory that someone like proposed on like Instagram or something, and
Yeah.
it just turned out to be something. I don't even know if it's like, it's just a theory. It's about Batman, actually.
Mhm.
That wouldn't
Batman,
be
yeah,
Batman's pretty dark.
Batman is actually a patient at Arkham Asylum, and
Word.
every villain you see, notice how most of them are doctors, or they start off
Yeah.
as doctors. So every villain that you see is one of the doctors for Batman, Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne actually had a mental breakdown when his parents died, and they took him to Arkham Asylum.
wow, that sounds legit.
Yo, I ain't
I ain't gonna
think
lie.
about
That
that.
wouldn't be far fetched. That wouldn't be too surprising to me if that was really
Hell
the
no,
case.
it wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some Shutter
You know,
Island stuff.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
especially if you watch both of your parents get murdered in front of you. I mean,
You're
shit,
gonna be
that's a lot.
traumatized, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
You
I remember
like,
watching Gotham in the first episode. I mean, you saw how crazy he got, how he wilded out when they got murdered.
yeah. Like it was actually pretty interesting. Like each even like the villains, each villain, like for example, like what was it? Joker was I think one of his therapists or whatever. That's why he's like so close to the Joker. Like he it's like a love-hate thing between the two.
It is.
Yeah.
I know.
Mr.
He can't
Freeze
kill Joker.
Mr. Freeze is actually like a maintenance worker at the Arkham Asylum working with the AC unit, which is why he's like, it's just how Batman views all the doctors and everybody around him. Like there's
Yo,
like
that's
there's
freaking
like
intelligent.
yeah,
Word.
it's actually pretty cool. Like when you really like look it up, like when you read about every single one, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's
That's
pretty dope.
interesting.
I'm gonna check that
I
one
gotta
out.
check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
not far fetched. It wouldn't be surprising to me because I mean, Batman is a pretty dark comic. I'm not gonna
And he
front.
probably doesn't
It
kill
is.
because, you know what I'm saying, they're not letting them, get too
Well,
crazy with it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So,
If you think about it, he can't kill. Even
Nah,
if he
he
wanted
can't.
to, they just yeah.
Never did. That's why I was so mad at the Batman vs Superman movie because remember when he was in the desert and he started shooting at everybody
Yep.
and he was offing people.
Yep.
That got me mad. I'm like, yo, when the hell did this guy pull out a machine gun and start
Yo,
shooting?
and
at
that's
everybody? That made
Thomas
no sense.
Wayne. Thomas Wayne is the one that started shooting and using guns, not
Yeah.
Bruce.
Yeah.
So I thought
No.
maybe during Batman vs Superman they were trying to introduce maybe you know how they do the universes and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought maybe that was their way of introducing Thomas Wayne, but it was definitely Bruce, and he was killing. He was breaking necks and all that shit. Yo, Drizzy Drake, what's good? He was breaking necks and all that. I'm like, what? What's going on here?
Yeah,
So it's like
that
the
movie
nightmare
I
Batman.
was mad. When I went to see it in theaters, I was like, oh my god, what the hell did I
I was
spend my money on?
disappointed. I was disappointed. I didn't really care for it.
yeah, it was all right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yo,
not the
Batman.
worst. Batman vs Superman isn't the worst one. Come on now.
What's the worst?
Yo,
I
Superman
think we all know the
sucked.
answer to that. I think we all know the answer to that.
Uh-oh.
You really gotta say, does it have to be me?
Yes, Will. It has to be you.
I mean, Batman and Robin.
Oh, come on. Yo, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay, it's one of those movies that it's a guilty pleasure to watch because it's so bad that it's hilarious.
All right, facts. I just think that the intro to Batman and Robin, they were grabbing their gadgets, suiting up, getting ready for like the most epic showdown at that museum. And I was hyped when I first saw it. I was like, yeah, let's get it. But then the nosedive, the one-liners, I was just like, I can't take this serious. But it was funny, Will.
The Bat card, never leave the Bat cave without it. Or whatever. I was like, yo.
Yo, I had to go to
chill.
Batman Returns, yo. I feel like Batman Returns was the darkest movie, yo.
That was
Like,
dark.
for real.
That's the darkest movie.
I love Batman Returns.
Me too.
I remember seeing that too. I was like 5 years old back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In theaters.
I was seeing that when I was a kid too. I was like 7. I remember I rented it from Blockbuster.
Ah man, which one was Batman Returns again? Oh my
What's
god,
with the
I'm
penguin?
like,
With Penguin.
And Catwoman.
oh okay. Oh, that was a good one, man. That was a good
That was
one.
a great one. I love that one.
Yes,
I watched it
sir.
tonight.
Walking was in
part
that
of my
one too.
Christmas marathon.
But
Most definitely
I got more theories, but I'm gonna wait for somebody else.
I'll go next. I got Rugrats.
Yes.
Rugrats.
Bring it on, bro. Let's see if I'm right, yo.
They were saying that the babies in Rugrats was a figment of Angelica's imagination.
I was
her
right.
Parents neglected her.
Yep.
So I was like, let me look up some facts and see like where that
There's a
came
lot of theories to prove. There's a lot of points, man, with that one.
Yeah, they were saying each character, each baby, like Chucky died with his mom, which is why his father was always nervous.
Yeah.
They were saying that Stu's always making toys in the basement for the child he never had because Tommy was a stillborn baby.
Stillborn, yep.
Yeah. And that Phil and Lil, their parents had an abortion. So Angelica didn't know like which gender it was, so she just made two, one boy, one girl, and I was
Hey,
just like, what?
did you read
And
what
she
happened
has a
to
female doll that she talks to because she was
yeah?
lonely and things like that. So she created a whole bunch of characters and people in her head, and
I'm gonna cut in
live
real
life.
quick.
She's by herself. Her parents are always busy and shit. What you got, Chris?
All right, so check this out, right? Two things. One, two of the baby, I think two of the kids were alive. Was or three? It was Dill. Was actually he actually existed.
Yeah, he
Her
did.
friend, you know what I'm saying? She was there,
Wait,
and then you had the little
are you talking about Susie Carmichael?
Susie Carmichael.
yeah, Susie,
Friend, yeah.
Susie. And then what was the little Chinese girl? Like
Oh,
she
Chinese
came
girl?
in later, you
yeah,
know what I'm talking about?
Chinese girl. That was
Kimmy?
Chucky's sister or something, right?
So
It's
so
Chucky's sister, Kimmy, I think. I
yeah,
think
so
her name is Kimmy.
when Chucky's father married her, you know what I'm saying? He said her mother was a prostitute or something.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't hear about that.
I
These
never
theories get
heard
dark,
about that.
man.
This is new to me.
It's getting dark,
These theories get dark.
They really
He said,
Very dark.
this other one.
but this is the biggest one though. Angelica's mother is not really her mother. I think that was a stepmother. Her real mother died. That's why she holds so much significance in her doll. You know what I'm saying? Because they said her mother was on drugs or something like that, and it looked like the doll she had.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I mean, the mother,
Yeah,
that
man.
woman did not.
I didn't know that
woman was
part.
always
I
on
didn't
her
know
phone.
that
I
part.
didn't know that.
That's a good one. I didn't know that
Yeah,
part.
and she's close to that doll. Like,
Yeah,
that doll everywhere.
yeah.
She gets
She
in
carries that
trouble.
doll
She's taking
everywhere.
that doll.
Yeah.
Steve Oakland,
That's a
Siberian.
fact.
What up, Dave? How you doing, man?
That's a
How's everything? Man, now I'm saying
Who
what
wants
up
to
to
go
my boy Dave.
next? What's going on, bruh?
I was gonna say, yeah, you know what's crazy? Angelica's mother, well, her stepmother, she was hooked onto that phone. I think that might have been like some sort of sign of the future as to the way we're locked in our
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
the way we have
bro,
screen.
that phone was stuck to her ear, yo. Every time you saw her, she
Yeah.
was on the phone. Like, I believe that's how they drew her, yo. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying?
And her like mouth was like crooked to
Yeah.
where the area where the phone
Her
was.
mouth was on her neck.
Upside down P, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's why she was always busy and had no time for Angelica, because that wasn't her real kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't like Angelica's dad. I thought he was a douche.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
can't
not
remember
nice.
Yeah,
That's not nice.
Her dad was a douche.
Her dad
He
was a
made
nice man,
Chucky's
hard
dad go
worker.
broke when he was rich.
Zona, how do you know?
Well, I tell you,
That is funny.
I was surprised when I heard that one, though, with those theories about that cartoon.
Yeah,
Like, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize how deep it got though. Like I heard about that one, but I didn't realize it was that deep. Like that was actually one I was actually gonna say that, but I didn't have any like hardcore details like Chris did. That's actually dark, man. That's a dark.
That is pretty dark, man.
Yeah.
All right, so who's next, show?
I'm hearing something about the cover of the Little Mermaid.
Uh-oh.
Like, you know how like
Oh,
he was showing her on top of the rock, and then like apparently there was some sort of drawing, like all the way in the back.
the top of the castle, right?
Yeah, apparently it was supposed to be a penis.
It is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it is,
That's
right?
what everybody was saying.
Yeah.
No,
that's what everybody
it
was
is.
saying.
I
I
heard
think
about that.
There's a
I
lot.
heard of
There's
that
a lot
about
of
since I was
those.
a kid.
But back in the day, there's a lot of those. A lot of artists did that on purpose.
Yeah.
That's actually a
yeah.
fact.
Fellas, yeah.
I've heard some speculation about Toy Story 2 with like things in the background.
Toy Story 2, man. Yeah. See, y'all bringing up so much stuff,
Like
man. I ain't even
photographic
thought
images
about.
in the background of these movies.
Yeah, you talk. Secret of Nim was like that. Was it The Great Mouse Detective or Secret of Nim? One of them, where they was going down the. I forgot. It was like the two mice going down like on the side of the building really fast, and if you stop it for a second, you see like a naked woman through the window.
Yes.
Yeah.
When
Yep.
what's his name? His name Andy's holding up the Buzz Lightyear doll. There's apparently like his mom's giving somebody head in the back.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. I'm finding images. I'm gonna share it in the group chat.
I'm
Yep.
for real. I'm for real.
But I
I
have
was
a
looking up
Yo,
favorites, and I came across that. I'm like, what?
I have a reasonable one about Toy Story though, for real. That I heard about Woody actually.
Uh-oh.
If we're gonna go to Disney,
Woody,
I got a whole pocket filled of
yeah,
Disney
man. I
toys,
got
man.
see, yeah, y'all bringing it back, man. But you got Woody actually belonged to Andy's father before him,
Max, what's
because
going on,
Woody's like a 1950s pool dog. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
like one of those dogs. But yeah, he actually Woody was the only one of his kind. See, what happened was Andy's father won him in some kind of contest, but there wasn't they never manufactured the Woody dolls, but there was like one, so they just gave it to him, something like that. I don't think he won, but they just gave it to him because
Yeah.
they was gonna throw it in the trash. But yeah, so Woody is literally the only one on the planet, you know what I'm saying, in the movie of his kind. That's why he was worth so much in Toy Story 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for two, they made it seem like
That makes sense
well, yeah,
because
yeah.
in Toy Story 2, you had that dude, the owner of Toys, whatever the hell it was. He was like so eager to keep Woody, and then like when he got to Japan and Woody escaped, that dude was so disappointed, and he had at the end when he was in the commercial.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all caught the I don't know if you caught the sleeping sequence though, where he jumped up. He said, "No, officer, I swear." What was going on in his sleep? You know what I'm saying? In his dreams.
Yeah, I said, man, I didn't pick up on that.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, that shit was funny to me though. Like for real.
Yo, Toy Story 2 low key might have been the funniest one because they were referencing so many movies. If you guys caught it, Jurassic Park. You
Yeah.
remember the scene
Yeah. When they were cheating,
past
I
that
remember
Jeep
that.
and he's like dinosaur overboard and he went into the mirror. That happened
Yeah.
in the first Jurassic Park movie.
That was
That did.
And I was
That
like,
happened in the first one.
in the
When
first
they,
one.
yeah, when they picked up Jeff Goldblum and like he
Yup.
had like a broken ankle or something because he
Yeah.
got attacked.
Yeah, they
I remember
referenced
that.
it. I thought that was dope. When Zorg and not Zorg. What's the dude's name that fights with Buzz Lightyear?
Zurg.
His name's
Emperor, are you
Zorg?
talking about Emperor Zurg?
Yeah, Zerg.
Emperor Zurg, yeah. He was just like, I am your father. For real? And he's like, nah.
He goes, no.
That shit just
Yo,
killed me.
that was pretty funny though.
Speaking of Zurg, did you guys see the Buzz Lightyear movie that came out last year?
did.
Yeah,
I didn't
like
even
the
watch
twist.
it, bro.
I like the twist. I like the twist they did with it.
I did.
That
I
was a
liked
good
it too. The twist,
twist.
dope.
Yeah.
That was a very good twist. But I think the person that stole the show in that movie was my man back here, Socks.
Socks?
Uh,
Oh,
Socks.
yeah, that's right. That's right. He
That
wasn't.
little guy right there that was
Yeah.
standing right here, Socks. That's the homie. He
Word.
stole that.
What
movie.
what was the
Yeah, we
twist
got
though? Because I ain't even see the movie. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, you know, I heard so much crap about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would have, because I'm the type that'll give a movie a chance myself. But I just heard too much about it, yo. Too many negative things.
No, I
you know what I'm saying?
I get you, Chris. I definitely understand that for sure. Because I didn't want to. The only way I was watching that movie if it was free. That was it for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like people shouldn't be touching Toy Story like that.
nah.
Like, or branching off the Toy Story. That's like a sin in itself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like for real, like if they made only one Toy Story, I would have been happy with that. Right. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy 2 or 3. I did, but if they just stuck to that one Toy Story, I would have not been mad at
I
that.
would
Because for me personally, I feel like the 4th Toy Story was kind of unnecessary.
It
It was
was.
definitely it was
know,
way unnecessary.
then they're making
It was way
5.
unnecessary.
Yeah,
Nah, they
they're
need to
trying
stop.
make them 5, but Woody Allen and them, they're just like, yo, leave us alone, Disney. Leave us alone.
So I got a question though. Why do y'all think Bo Peep wasn't in Toy Story 3?
Yeah.
There was a
That's the
reason.
question I
She
wanted
was
to ask
off. She
myself.
was off on that adventure.
All right, so
Right.
this I heard something about it yesterday and it kind of makes sense. It's kind of dark too.
Uh-oh.
So the reason why, you know what I'm saying, she wasn't in Toy Story 3, because think about it, she's a porcelain doll, right?
Yeah.
So if she ended up in that trash compactor or whatever, where all the toys were about to get or almost done for, she would have exploded, you know what I'm saying? Because she's made out of, you know, porcelain glass or whatever. So
True.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
and they
Makes a lot of sense.
probably couldn't find a way around that, so
Yeah.
they just, you know, she
That would
disappeared.
have been a
So,
plot
you know,
hole if they put her in there.
yeah, hell of a
That would have
plot.
been an obvious plot hole, too.
Yep.
Word.
That's
Word.
actually pretty interesting. That's actually pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know that she's in every other movie, so
He was.
you know.
Yeah.
And she came back in the fourth one.
She did. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got since we're on Disney, I do have a Disney theory. Have you guys ever Lion King? This is a Lion King. This is one of the theories in Lion King. I actually have two from Lion King, but I'm gonna go with the first one. So when Mufasa died, right?
Mhm.
We all know Scar. He was like, get off the cliff, and Mufasa just falls down. A few scenes later, you see Scar with a skull in his hand, going like this.
Yes.
Yes. I know
That was
what you're talking about, bro.
yeah, and it's kind of that's dark. It's turned like the theory is the skull he's playing with is actually Mufasa's skull.
He ate him.
I'm not surprised. That's crazy. Right? Not surprised because dude died.
Because the skull is the same shape of a lion skull.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one question I want to know is, I mean, apparently he decayed, but basically who ate Mufasa? Must have been hyenas, or could have
I
been
think
him.
the hyenas for sure.
Yeah, the hyenas for sure. Yeah, I agree.
I see Scar sitting there, yo, save me the head. Let me get the head. The rest is all yours.
Yep.
Scar's twisted, man. Scar, he's another underrated villain in Disney. Like
Yeah.
he's probably one of the worst. Talk about betrayal. He was getting ready.
Yep.
He killed his brother. He was getting ready to kill
His
his
own
nephew.
brother.
He didn't care about anybody. He just thought about himself, yo.
His
Scar,
real name is Taka, by the way.
Taka.
Who,
And
Taka?
There's a book about Lion King, right? Or like there's like a actual story that of Lion King.
Yeah,
That,
that's pretty
like-
dark too.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
that's an actual story, like of Scar and how Scar became, the person he is, or the line that he was, not person, but the line that he, cause there's a whole backstory, like an actual like story behind Scar.
Word.
Yeah. They should have made a movie based on
That
him.
would have been fire.
Oh
That
yeah.
would have been fire.
How he became the way he was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
From his perspective, in terms of what made him how he was.
They make a movie about these other villains, so it's like, yo, why
Right.
not?
That's
Another thing.
Disney does, man. These anti-heroes, they got to do Scar.
Well, hold on. There's
Sometimes
another
they
thing.
took it right.
Speaking of Scar, there's another thing. There's another one. So in Hercules, Chris, I know you probably know this one. In Hercules, in one scene, if you look really closely in the background, you see Scar's body as a rug.
Yep. I knew about that one.
Mm.
I remember that.
It's real
I
quick,
remember
but
that.
you see it in the
Yeah.
background.
Yes, I remember
Word.
that.
That.
Man, it's so many like
Like a lot of Disney stuff is like connected in some weird way.
it's like off Lion King though into Aladdin. Aladdin is actually based in the future.
Talk to me.
Oh,
So
I never heard this
about it,
one.
right? If you play the game or whatever, right? Because I'm gonna include the game in this too. You notice they got stop signs and shit, right? In the game, I think it's like the first level, something like that. And then the genie's making like from 1992.
Nice,
he was
Will.
making
I like that version.
Oh,
You fight
what's
those
that deal?
X-Men with the swords, they'll tell you, come on. Like they
Oh, that's a lot.
that one.
That's Aladdin for the Super Nintendo.
No, this
That's
this
Lion
is
King.
Lion King.
Oh, that's
This is
Oh,
Lion
right. I got that. I got that behind me too, bro.
very
That game's impossible, dog. Like for real. The game is
Let me say
hard.
something. I'm a proud man I was a proud kid at the time. To actually say that, I beat this game.
Hey.
I beat it.
I had to beat it with cheat show.
I didn't beat it with cheats. I beat it straight up
Hey.
to,
I couldn't do
no
it. Man.
cheats, no nothing.
Man, I didn't even get past. I don't even think I got halfway through that game when I was playing it.
I ain't gonna lie, I had it for Sega. I couldn't beat the game, yo. Scar would beat my.
Yo,
It took me a bit it took me a couple of tries with Scar, but I got him.
You did.
you know how you beat him, right?
Yo, I can see it right now. Will you drag him off that cliff into the fire?
That game pissed me off, man. But yeah, Aladdin though. Like Genie was making a bunch of like current references from back in the day, from like '92. You know what I'm saying? Where he was making all those jokes and everything from like current day. Because you notice none of those jokes he made were from that time period. So they say Aladdin was like post-apocalyptic or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so
That would be the last thing on my mind. I can't picture. When I think of Aladdin, that's the last thing I think of. Not no post-apocalyptic. I think of, just I guess a poor street rat
yep.
trying to find his way with his pet monkey.
They said Flintstones, same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I heard that about the Flintstones. I just, but that's kind of that'd be kind of a reach though if you think about it.
I feel
With Flintstones,
like, what are you gonna say? A restart of civilization? Because they
Pretty much like the world went to crap. You know what I'm saying? So
lights, no more.
yeah.
I see that being kind of a reach though. Like, at least with Flintstone, I think they're, there's another Lion King one, but that goes back to the whole art, how Disney used to do art back then.
Yeah.
Like, like there was that one scene where,
Simba
this is the common one. Yeah. He takes like a big exhale and he lays down, and that turned out to be an actual true thing. Like the artist was just like, screw Disney, SE, like a lot of artists back in the day had problems with Disney when it came to artwork. So it's like they purposely try to put like their own signature in like the banners and like or something to if someone looked closely would mess up everything of
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You got me wanting to start collecting some like Disney DVDs now, man, just so I can have some of the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if they fixed it. I don't know if like the newer art
You're
is
collecting.
fixed.
You're a beast with it. You good.
Yeah, but sure, y'all want me to move on to my next one? I will. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I have a theory that I always like thought to myself when it came to cartoon The Jetsons. If you notice, they all live in the sky. They don't live on the ground. Like for me, I thought maybe the world had ended, but it would have escaped and come back.
Yeah.
I've always thought that to myself. How they, like, even though it was a cartoon, I've always wondered, like, okay.
But you know why I say the Flintstones could be a base in the future? Because I know the Jetsons and the Flintstones are the crossover, right?
Yeah, they are.
So how do you explain that? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
There you go.
They had a crossover. You're right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
What was how did they meet though? Was it like a portal or something?
I think it might have been a portal from the
long ago.
Jetsons, because I don't think the Flintstones were able to do like, I don't know. I got to watch that movie, but I remember it turned into a whole movie.
Yeah, I remember that too.
But maybe the Jetsons actually landed on Earth, and that's what happened.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe that civilization was in the sky for all these years. The clouds were covering up the bottom, where the Flintstones were, and I don't know. Maybe they were like, "Yo, let's see what's down here."
Maybe
through the
maybe it was space. I'm gonna go even deeper. Maybe they were in space. You know what I'm saying? Because who was the first person to find out you can't breathe in space? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. But we never know who that person was, but because he died, probably.
Yep.
I know.
Chris
is starting to scare me, man. Chris is starting to scare me. I'm just.
Chris Enoch.
That's actually like a brain. That's like a mind. That's like a mind fuck, yo. You know what I'm saying? But like, how do you know you can't breathe in space? Who went out there to be the guinea pig? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
It's like,
whoever it was, all right.
Measure the level of oxygen and all that crap.
Yeah.
So it actually went like, hold on for a second. Guys, give me a second. No, you can't breathe up here.
Yo, Zona, take my helmet off for a quick.
I mean, the only way that I would think, how do I explain it? The only thing how that would result is, remember the movie Total Recall, when they broke out of that glass and they went down that red cliff and that red planet?
Yeah.
You saw like the weird faces they were making because they couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My guessing is that might be a possible approach I mean, a possible answer as to how basically the guinea pig was that went up there and realized it couldn't breathe and died.
Oh, God, yo,
See, I got fun facts for that movie, but I ain't even gonna get into all that. You know what I'm saying?
Puerto Rico, I'm pretty sure there is a lot. That wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
You're
Nah,
saying,
it's based on
that's why the Flintstones look like that.
Total Recall is actually based on a book called We Can Remember For You Wholesale. You know what I'm saying?
yo,
Yeah.
that's my movie right there. I love Total Recall.
Me too, man.
Yeah, I never read the book, but I know the summary. It's like some dude, instead of being Schwarzenegger, it's some dude working in the office or something. I think. You know what I'm saying? Like a cubicle or something. I don't remember, but
Yeah,
it's some office dude.
Yeah, the idea for Total Recall came from it. It was like loosely based off of that book or something like that.
Yep.
You know, I've always wondered, like, I mean, in Total Recall, did they even reveal Arnold Schwarzenegger's job
Yeah.
and what he did or no?
Yeah, he was like a construction worker.
Yeah,
was doing
you're
like,
right. He was.
he was doing something
'Cause I was thinking to myself,
The reason why they changed it is because it was Schwarzenegger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
he
and
had
they did.
implant.
you can't see Schwarzenegger working in the office in the cubicle. I mean, you could, but you know what I'm saying? Like
I mean-
you got to explain this dude's
You had-
size, man. Like,
School teacher,
I mean,
kindergarten.
look at him in True Lies. I mean, even though he was in the FBI or CIA or whatever, I mean, he still kind of was in an office setting.
He
So,
was, yeah.
yeah.
you know,
He was. But look
Nah,
at him
man, I heard those.
in Kindergarten Cop.
I heard.
He was a
that's
bad
true.
actor, but Kindergarten Cop.
That's true.
You know, that movie's funny as hell.
Dante!
I got that movie.
Yeah.
I got that movie too, bro.
Dante, what up, man? Okay.
Max Heart Attack was asking if we heard about the Walking Dead theory and the Breaking Bad and Walking Dead theory, how those two are kind of connected. I did hear about that
You
actually.
got me on that.
Not hear about that. Wow.
What up, son?
Santiago, what's going on?
Oh, somebody gonna tell me? Yeah, you heard that.
Oh yeah, you guys are talking about
Okay,
basically the connection with The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad.
I don't know all the details about it because when I heard about it, it was actually like a YouTube clip. But some of the stuff that like between Breaking Bad and Walking Dead, they kind of interconnect. Like in some scenes, like Daryl was like there was this one scene where Daryl was wait, hold on for a second. I got you. Sorry. Okay, so there was this one scene where Daryl was like talking about one of what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Sorry, my wife is interrupting. But yeah, there was this one scene where Daryl was talking about an old friend of his, and it sounded exactly like the character Jesse. But then like the way he was talking about the character, it like and how and my friend always used to say, put the word bitch at the end of it or whatever. Like yeah, it was gonna like it sounds like Jesse. And then in another scene they found like a bag of meth, and it was like the blue crystal meth that Heisenberg would always make. Like there's like multiple scenes because I don't know if AMC was like behind it, like they put like small references of I could be getting it all wrong, but there is like clips that actually make Breaking Bad and Walking Dead like interconnected somehow, somewhat.
That's interesting.
It might be the myth. It might be the myth.
Walking Dead. I watched all of it, but I've never seen Breaking Bad. So
You've never seen Breaking Bad?
I never seen either. I tried watching
I
Walking
watched
Dead.
it, but I just didn't
one
finish it.
episode,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
was so bored. I was like, nah, never again.
Oh man,
It's pretty good show, yo.
What did you get? If you get past the first season, man, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I was like that with the first season. I was like, I don't know about this.
Okay, maybe I'll give it another shot.
Yeah.
it's like Game of Thrones. You just gotta get past the first season of Game of Thrones, and it gets better.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Oh man, that's an eternity.
Wait, Game of Thrones season 1. Where is it that boring?
It drags. It's like your first Star Wars episode.
Even I've seen Breaking Bad.
My wife just walked in and said even she's seen Breaking Bad.
Oh man.
Oh,
I
got
started
one up
watching
on
it. I
me.
just never
I
finished
have
it. You know what
I
I'm saying?
watched maybe one episode. It was cool, but then I just kind of now it goes.
I got one on Menace to Society, y'all. If you've seen that.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I want to hear that.
I like this theory too.
So this is something that I heard from a video I was watching. It was pretty good though, and it made sense. All right, so Kane and O-Dog are actually the same person.
In Old Dog in Menace to Society.
Yeah. Because you notice every time Kane is around positive people who's trying to lead him into the right direction, O-Dog is never around, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, hey, Gabby. How you doing?
With the exception of his grandparents, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just Kane. You know what I'm saying? Remember when his grandfather asked Kane, does he care whether he live or die?
Yeah.
You notice O-Dog was right here, and his grandfather was at the door, leaving Kane in the middle. So O-Dog was his negative decision, and his grandfather was his positive side. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was just standing there like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I like that.
And he went for
And it makes
And then he didn't realize it to the end. Like
Yep.
minutes before he died.
That makes a lot of sense because he was leaning because when he would explode, that was the evil side, the bad side. Then he would try to change his ways, and that would be his grandmother.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, his grandparents. You know what I'm saying?
Time, and then he was battling in his head. So before he would wild out on people, he would like think about it at first. At least think about it. Like, what? Man, fuck no. And then he would just go crazy, of course.
I have to watch Menace to Society again because, like, I haven't seen it in a while.
So think about it like this, right? You know the scene where the cop was interrogating him, right? When he got caught trying to jack that car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you notice they found his fingerprints on the bottle, but they didn't say nothing about O-Dog or nobody else. It was just his fingerprints on the beer bottle. Even though O-Dog had one himself.
Yup.
You didn't see O-Dog walking out with no 40. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Get it.
So, hey.
That theory, too.
So, is that the one where the guy's like, you're done, Doc, right?
Yeah.
That was where he said that,
Bill,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Duke, when he goes, you're done. He must have said that like 5 or 6 times.
So he fucked up.
That
was great.
Big Pun used that same exact line in
I was about to, yo, dude, you just read my mind. I literally was about to say that. That's the
about
must try.
yeah,
You must try. Like you the fuck up, right? Ha, you ain't got no way. That's so crazy. I was just thinking about that. Dude.
Yeah. He's like, I'm fucked up, right? Yo, Big Pun was a problem.
He was, man. And
Pun was a problem.
he was.
I ain't gonna lie.
And then it's like, you know what I'm saying, you feel like O-Dog wasn't like really there because remember when they did the drive-by at the end, every Sharif got hit, you know what I'm saying, Kane came out and took several bulls, but O-Dog never got touched, even though he was the only one shooting at him, you know what I'm saying? He didn't get hit by a single bullet. I mean, the kid didn't either, but still, they was aiming higher, so the kid wouldn't have got hit anyway, so O-Dog was the only one that didn't get hit.
I would have never realized anything you're saying about this movie. Like, I would have never guessed it.
Now I gotta watch it with that perspective.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta rewatch it now.
About this.
Yeah, you got Chris is over here dropping nuclear warheads on us, and now I have to go back.
That's recent. Like I heard that theory from somewhere else, but at the same time, I'm just adding some of my own input, like the in the scene where he never got hit, because it's like, yo, but it's automatic.
That's a good way of looking at it, though, because I would have never thought that.
Once. I remember that. You know.
I'm not one.
Marvel movies, how they drop all these Easter eggs, get us to pay attention, how they're all connected, has trained to like watch movies that we've already seen before from a different perspective, like more aware.
What about Doug, yo?
Doug?
Yeah, the cartoon Doug.
I just maybe wanting to touch his under.
I don't know. Like with Doug,
his
I
name
don't know. It seemed too clean to me. Like Doug didn't seem like there was any. Besides the whole petty mayonnaise, and dude named Mosquito. I don't know.
Skeeter, you know what I'm saying?
Skeeter.
He's trying to be dirty.
Roger called him Skeet Face when he was complimenting him on his picture.
Yeah.
Oh man, those are the only things I got as far as
Nah,
that.
but
Her name,
as far as Doug though, you know his sister. They say his sister was always high. You know what I'm saying? That's why she was acting the way she was acting all the time.
And she always
You know
wore
what I'm
glasses.
saying?
Even wore glasses.
Yeah.
Flex.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Pork Chop was talking and all that, and Doug was probably taking antidepressants. I don't know, but they got one of Fairly Odd Parents too. I forgot to write that one. That's not on my list, but that's another one.
oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's interesting.
We
I'm not surprised by that. I always found that kind of creepy in a way.
series.
Nah, Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy's godparents are his antidepressants. You know what I'm saying? Because you notice every time, you know what I'm saying, he gets into like a bad situation or something, he'll call on and wish for things and all that. You know what I mean? Babysitter treat him like crap.
A little too young on antidepressants. Like, what are you going through, son? Huh?
I mean, damn.
I ain't going through that, bro. I'm good. But nah, that's a theory though. You know what I'm saying?
Antidepressants.
Huh?
Jimmy Neutron should be on antidepressants.
Right?
Maybe. You know what I'm saying?
That dude was a genius. He used to freaking invent shit. Like he made like his friend be hypnotized, and then he put like a bunch of spiders on his head, and then he unhypnotized him, and he wilded out when he saw a bunch of spiders on him.
Oh god!
I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys
this
saw that
one-
episode.
I have another cartoon. Well, it's not a theory. It's actually a fact that I just, you know, I was like today years old when I found out about it, and I don't know if anybody else knows about it. About Pinky and the Brain.
Yep, I know about that one.
I never
I can't believe I forgot about that.
I never knew about it, but Pinky was actually the genius and not the brain.
Yep.
Brain loop it one.
Really?
I heard that one.
I never.
Brain was Superman.
The brain was the stupid. Well, you know how like the brain, the mouse with the big head. He was always like, I'm gonna take over the world. But Pinky would always come out of left field with like the smartest idea, and Brain would just ignore him the whole entire time. Be like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, and then do something completely stupid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I would have never put two and two together. And then I just recently found out. Even the creator himself said it. It's like,
Yeah, that's fact.
That went over my head. I never knew that about Pinky and the Brain.
I had
yeah, I never knew about it either. And I was like, in our 30s, I find out, and now I feel like I'm an idiot. Like,
Yeah.
So check this out. I was a couple years younger when I heard this one though, The Fresh Prince.
What's up with the Fresh Prince?
Yeah. What's up with that?
When I heard this one, all right, so y'all know the opening, right? Where Will supposedly, got into a fight or whatever, and he got sent off to Bel Air. So he never made it out of the fight. He actually died. So Bel Air was heaven. You know what I'm saying? So, because that side of the family was rich and all that. So he had all of that. So when his mother came to visit him, she went to go visit his grave. You know what I'm saying?
But what about when his dad showed up?
Oh man, I can't explain that one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, but
Did his dad visit his grave?
probably so. You know what I'm saying? He probably felt guilty, and then the reason why his dad walked out again because he probably couldn't handle the fact that his son died. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Chris always got the explanation.
Right?
Yo, that is the guru.
That was off
That's
the top of the
scary
head
though.
right there.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard? I know we're going off the cartoon one, but like, have you guys ever heard of
Now,
what's up?
I said we chopping now. We're chopping it up.
Oh no, we're making a chopped salad out of this at this point. Have you guys ever heard of the Wizard of Oz one?
Something
You talking about the Munchkin?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
one of the Munchkins hung themselves during the recording of Wizard of Oz. Like you actually see somebody like a figure fall from the background and actually swing.
Yep.
And the theory behind it was that one of the Munchkins committed suicide on the set of Wizard of Oz.
Bro.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I never knew about that.
That movie was for children, but that movie had a dark backstory when it comes to the making of it and all of that. Like,
there's a lot of messed up things that happen.
yeah,
I was surprised by that. Never paid attention to it, but that's crazy.
Even
like,
after
they all went to hell.
We just
Yeah,
going right. Keep the camera rolling, y'all.
yo, that like when I heard they said it was just like a bird though swinging in the background. I don't know, man, but who
Bird gonna
knows?
swing. They know someone killed themselves. You know, God rest that person's soul, man. But like, you know, it was a hard like way of living as an actor of any kind back in the day.
Of course.
Yeah, that's true. Anybody got more? I mean, I got one more on my list, but
I
y'all
got
probably
one
know
more.
about that one.
It's not really a theory. Well, like it's half a theory, half bringing to light how dark Rocket Power kind of was.
Yeah,
Rocket Power was one of my
I never got
favorite
into Rocket Power.
I need to know that one. Yeah, I didn't really like the show either, but I need to know this theory.
I
Yo.
like the whole extreme stuff. So the theory is that Tito is really Otto and Reggie's parents, father, like true father, because they have the same hair, same skin complexion, and he's the only like adult figure that's present in their lives. 'Cause
Okay.
yeah, and they say he really talks to them and hangs out with them on his free time just to keep it
Yeah.
hot kids while they're doing all these extreme sports, surfing, skateboarding, hockey, and all that stuff. He's even traveled with them. Raymundo hasn't. Raymundo runs the Shore Shack,
Yeah.
and he is as white as bread. That's a theory there that I thought was very, very interesting. Like, yo, he's really like spending time with them, giving them the wise words, because that's really his children. Raymundo never really did that. The part that I want to bring to light about Rocket Power being dark, it's about child neglect and the character Raymundo, who is a widow, and he has to raise 2 kids by himself. And let me see, I got my notes here. Yeah, and that the mother, his wife, died when the kids were babies. And I'm like, yo, that's dark, yo. That's
Yeah, I ain't heard that.
and they kind of
All right, Jay.
bring it up throughout like each season.
All right,
You know?
Jay. You got me.
Well, you know, my is. Oh, you heard that theory?
I never heard it.
Never heard that?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, I never heard that one either. That's actually, yeah, I never heard that one either. That's a pretty good one actually. I never heard that one.
That's wild. I was surprised at that. Tito heard before, but when I was trying to refresh my memory, I came across the Raymundo one. I was like, yeah, that's kind of dark because they have bullying going on with Squid and Twister. The parents, how they just neglect all their kids, like their parents aren't even around when they're doing dangerous sports. So these kids are breaking limbs, breaking legs. Their parents are nowhere to be found. And it's like, what? All the competition, none of them are around. The origin stories.
So I got one more on my list though. It's I'm pretty sure all of y'all heard of Pokemon. Ash is in the coma.
Yeah, that's why he never ages.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like trying to throw a Pokeball on him, trying to catch him.
That was one on my, that was the one I was actually going to mention that one after I had 3 more left. He just took one off of that was one. That was one.
Yeah, because
What about Ren and Stimpy?
after the I don't know. I haven't heard anything on Ren and Stimpy. I just know that show ain't really for children, but you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Go back to the other one. I didn't mean to jump in and interrupt.
Pokemon. So that's why you see all the Nurse Joys and Officer Jennies that look the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's another theory on Nurse Joy too, though. Well, on the first episode when Ash got electrocuted by Pikachu,
that's when he went to coma.
That's when he went to the coma.
Oh, snap.
But as far as the Nurse Joy theory, this was more like a creepypasta. So it's like the reason why there's so many Nurse Joys because when somebody comes by the Pokemon Center for their Pokemon to recover, they spend the night. And Nurse Joy is really like a kind of like a creature, you know what I'm saying? Really? Like her fangs and all that. Yeah, her fangs and all that will grow. And she does something to the person in sleep. So when they wake up, they become a Nurse Joy. You know what I'm saying?
Snap.
You know what I mean? That's crazy, right? I don't know about the Officer Genie one. I can't explain that, but
I always found
Detective
that weird.
He used to investigate this whole thing right now. Make a horror movie out of it.
that'd be dope.
I have another one on the theory of Pokemon, but I think people have to be like a Pokemon fan to understand it.
What's up?
Max Heart Attack
So
has another
so
one.
Giovanni, the leader
What's
of
talking about?
the leader of the Team Rocket is actually Ash's father.
Yep. And they say that Jesse James was actually there to look after Ash. That's why they kept coming after them, yo. Because it was actually just following him.
Yeah.
Up, man.
You know what I'm saying? I heard that.
I got another theory about Pokemon, but it's a disturbing one.
What's up?
Oh, go ahead.
So Mr.
I promise you, it's a disturbing. Go ahead.
No, this one's disturbing one. This one, Mr. Mime is actually Ash's father.
Who?
Mr. Mime. Oh, okay. I think I heard that one too.
Yeah, that one. I just ignored it though because I was like, I like the Giovanni one, but Mr. Mime. I mean, he kind of does look like Ash, but that's a messed up one because why is Mr. Mime always around the mother?
That's
my girl.
Mom, yeah. Yo, so this ain't really a theory though. This is something I've been thinking about for years. It's about Blastoise, yo. It might be other Pokemon too, but how are you a natural creature with cannons on you? You know what I'm saying? You evolve with cannons. You know what I'm saying? Like
you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised though because there's an actual bio what do you call it? He's like an animal biologist type guy that he actually made a whole book on an artwork on how to like anatomically make the Pokemon. Like, and he actually, like for example, the cannons are actually made of bone that come out of the shell itself and squirt the water.
Okay, that makes sense.
He goes down. It's actually. I'm gonna send it to you. It's actually pretty cool. Like the artwork is actually cool. Like if the Pokemon actually exist today in this world, they would look crazy.
That's dope.
Kind of like the Dunkleosteus from back in the day. Y'all know what that was, right? It lived like over 300 million years ago. It's lived in the what was that? Devonian period, something like that. It was like a fish, like a 30-foot long fish with like the jaws were like, I think the jaws like iron or some shit. I don't remember, but they clamped real fast. You know what I'm saying? Just look it up though. You know what I'm saying? It was like 30 feet long.
Yep,
something like that.
Max Heart Attack said that he got another theory of The Walking Dead theory. Apparently, it was all a dream.
I heard that too.
I hear that.
He woke up from the hospital. So yeah,
all a dream. All a dream.
Okay.
It was all a dream.
Yeah. That's what they word up. All a dream. But then again, like, does that theory still hold up? Because after Rick goes off and does his own thing, that world is still going on.
Really?
Maybe Michelle fell asleep and she's having a dream too.
I'm talking too much now. My bad.
Yeah, I got one on Boys in the Hood, yo. So it's another one I heard.
I gotta get
that Furious was actually Doughboy's father. You know what I'm saying?
No. Okay. No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean, how?
Well, they said, you know, the mother was like, well, how come your daddy don't come over and play cards with us like that no more? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You feel like you're better than us?
Yeah.
I remember that. I do remember that. Ooh, that's pretty that's eccentric. I didn't think of that, but now that you brought it up, I remember that.
I mean, at the end, it's kind of like foreshadowing when old boy Trey was like, "You still got one brother left, man." You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, it's metaphorical, but still, you know what I'm saying, it could be a literal thing.
That's interesting.
I got another cartoon theory. If you guys want to keep on going with the cartoon,
let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Powerpuff Girls.
I think I know where you're going with that. I'm not sure.
Who's the villain of the name of the villain?
Mojo.
Mojo. Yeah, He's actually the innocent one out of the whole cartoon. It's actually from, like, if you reverse it and put from his perspective, he's actually protecting himself from the Powerpuff Girls, because the Powerpuff Girls are actually the evil ones, not Mojo.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
I didn't get that either.
I never heard of that one either. That's kind of interesting.
Now,
Yeah.
there is a theory with Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack.
What?
This is one I heard a long time ago. They said Professor Utonium was Samurai Jack in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because you notice they look so similar. You know what I'm saying? Like those two.
A little similar. I ain't gonna lie. And you know, Professor Utonium got hands, so
Yeah, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like apocalyptic by the time Samurai Jack came around. And so he became a warrior and all that, a swordsman and all that, you know what I'm saying, to protect himself, I guess. I don't know, but they look very similar.
yeah. I forgot all about. I didn't forget all about Samurai Jack, but that was another show on Cartoon Network that was fire.
They used to come on late, you know what I'm saying, especially on Adult Swim, yo. Adult Swim.
Yeah, that was a great show, man. I love Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
I got another one.
Oh, go ahead.
SpongeBob.
What's
Oh,
heard
yeah,
great stuff.
Seven Deadly Sins?
No. This one, the actual SpongeBob show takes place at a nuclear warhead site.
Yeah, I heard about it. That's why they can all talk and, you know what I'm saying, they're humanoid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how a sponge can come to life, but, you know what I mean, the other ones.
Well,
Yeah,
you have some sea creatures that are like sponge-like.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's what they did. But when they used to come out to the surface, they would look like a starfish, and then SpongeBob looked like a legit dish sponge. So,
But you want to know why they made Patrick so dumb, yo?
Right.
Because starfish in real life don't have brains, so
That is
you know what I'm saying?
it's true.
that's why
That's true. Don't have brains. I could understand it right now. He's dumb.
Patrick, though, man, his character was so funny. Oh my god.
You're right.
Who are
But
you?
you know, I always wanted to know how come every fish in that cartoon was pissed off all the time.
Except for
What happened? Oh, you talking about? You talking about the background characters? Yeah.
Yeah, the background characters, all the fish, they're always pissed off. And then, like, there was that one fish.
man.
Like,
Are you kidding me?
You guys know what that one fish that always start a problem and is always wilding out, saying something.
You talking about the blue fish, the one with the white T-shirt?
Yeah, the blue
that green
fish. Yes.
Yeah,
I'd be
I know you talking about.
kidding me.
Yo,
You're living in that world. It's probably I'd be pissed off 24/7. Then have to see this.
we need to address the elephant in the room, though. Mr. Krabs' daughter, Pearl.
Oh,
Is
bro.
adopted. You know what I'm saying? She's a whale. You know what I mean?
I mean, hey.
Mr. Krabs,
We need to.
he looked like
Yo. Nah, we need to figure out what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
I mean, maybe like he's so money hungry that he got to pay child support to the world he hit on. Who knows?
Maybe.
I mean, the dude, he was all about his bread.
He is all
Yeah.
about it.
SpongeBob can get dark too. Y'all remember the episode where they thought they murdered the health inspector? You know what I'm saying? Yo,
One question I have is what about Sandy Pearl? Like what made her move when it moved down to the Sandy Beach or whatever?
I have no idea. Like,
that show was really not made for kids, man. I don't know. It's not a kid. It's really not a kid show because like you watch an episode. If you watch it, I would say watch like 4 consecutive episodes, and I guarantee you're gonna find adult humor that if you were watching it when you were a kid, it would just go right over your head.
You want to know why? The same producer and one of the guys that was responsible for Rocko's Modern Life was also responsible for SpongeBob, which is why I forgot his name, but he died a couple of years ago.
Some of that artwork you would definitely see clear cut Rocko's Modern Life, like when they were having like deep thought and they would panic.
Yeah,
they would do a quick flash of like a different art style.
Yeah,
that's the same Rocko's Modern Life. I've seen something like this before. I don't know where. But yeah, I think that yeah.
One of the
And
most
I just,
blatant.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Nah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say and I just recently found that out. That's like maybe like I just recently found that out like maybe like a year or two ago. I never knew that until recently.
Right.
But one of the most blatant adult jokes is the episode where they was raising that clam and then it finally flew away, which I don't know how a clam fucking flies, but you know what I'm saying? It flew away and shit. And then Patrick standing there with SpongeBob. What did SpongeBob say? And then Patrick said, "Yeah, let's have another." You know what I'm saying? And then SpongeBob looked at him with like a weird expression. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Max Heart Attack Grundy said 80s and 90s, 2000, early 2000 had the best cartoons, and I wholeheartedly agree.
I agree with that.
The 2000, I immediately think about Invader Zim. I love that show.
Which show?
I never watched it, yo. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't get into it, bro.
Invader Zim was so
Yeah.
funny. It was so funny.
Yep,
Oh.
Invader Zim.
I think I was mostly watching Cartoon Network, yo.
You talk about
I was watching.
rivalry, man, between Dad
Now,
and them, like a legit rivalry.
the regular show was pretty dope too. You know what I'm saying?
Regular show, Mordecai and Rigby?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that show. Every time there was one episode where they kept singing "Free Cake, Free Cake." That shit was funny.
Yeah, they boss kept. What was they boss? Now I forgot. He just kept getting on them all the time, yo.
Benson.
Yes.
Like,
Yo.
was it like a quarter machine with bubble gum? I don't know. It was
Yeah, it
something.
was like a gumball machine. Yeah. They were just random characters, yo.
Yo, every time Benson used to get pissed off at every little thing and go off on a temper tantrum, that shit was hilarious.
Exactly.
You know, and then
Okay.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, how do you guys feel? Like, since we're on the topic of cartoons, right? How do you guys feel about like like today's the way society is today, and how they're literally going after like they're trying to cancel certain cartoon characters, such as Johnny Bravo was one of them. Who was was it Pepe Le Pew? That was another one.
You know?
Yeah, they're like,
I
can't.
think
Pepe Le Pew was kind of a pervert, like running up on chicks and kissing them on the arms and stuff.
Johnny Bravo.
it's the harassment.
I mean, same thing with him.
That's coming off with some of those characters. I think they.
Leave
it alone.
This is how I feel. I'll be honest with you. See, what people don't understand these days, these cartoons are the product of their time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Johnny Bravo was going to try to get with chick. Nobody was complaining about that. I feel like it's not their place to talk about because these are cartoons. A lot of these people are complaining. These cartoons came out before their time. So it's like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like
They're not even on
been
TV.
around longer than y'all been. How do you get so offended? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
But don't even get me started with Master Roshi, man, because I like they didn't get to him yet. Like, I'm waiting for him to just start and get canceled.
Well, you can't really get the Japanese anime because that belongs to Japan. Japan ain't having that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they're gonna make what they want to do.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
I'm waiting for
They doing
somebody.
what they wanted to do. They never cared.
I'm waiting for somebody to just be like, I don't like how Master Roshi is that, and like I want somebody to try to cancel anything on that show, man. That's gonna get me so upset. I'm gonna like.
They're gonna have to come up with all those animes, man. Like I have a crap load of animes that are all perverted as hell. Like every last one of them. Deadman Wonderland, perverted as hell. Hellsing, perverted as hell. Hellsing, they rip and like grab boobs some of these vampires and like, you know, Police Girl got freaking raped by a vampire and all that stuff. Well, she didn't get raped. She almost got raped. You know what I'm saying?
Ninja Scroll. What about Ninja Scroll?
Ninja Scroll? That's
Yeah.
That's Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll. Oh, I'm thinking of Crunchyroll. Yeah, I know Ninja Scroll. I'm bugging. I got my names mixed
Yeah.
up. Ninja Scroll, man. All those animes are very perverted.
Yeah, I got Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. I got Rurouni Kenshin. I know y'all remember that one. You know what I'm saying? I got Yu Yu Hakusho, which is my favorite anime, by the way. They better not do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they ruined, I felt like it was ruined by the live action joint, yo. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother topic, man. I don't even. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Like,
I mean,
that's a whole.
I'll say I'll say this though, the characters were spot on. Like as far as like, you know what I'm saying, the outfits and all of that, it was spot on. Like if
Ah,
you see them all standing there together, I feel like it was spot on. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say it was ruined, like everything was
way too
accurate as far
rushed.
as the characters.
Way
Yeah, but it was just
too
they
rushed.
yeah, they combined Forest St. Beast art with the Dark Tournament art. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
No, you can't. No, they just missed almost like I felt like what were supposed to be like important like aspects to certain things to the build up itself. Like they just rushed everything. Like it was just like, how are you gonna do that within 5? I mean, I know Yu Yu Hakusho is like only what, like 120, 130 episodes. Like I know it had a short run, but it's now when you like skip over the like the devil's in the details. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I have to say about that.
I feel like what they should have done was just focus on Hiei, Kurama, and old boy I was with them. And if they move into season 2, they can introduce Genkai. You know what I'm saying? And all of that.
Something like I don't know. Netflix just has this thing where they just were like, oh, let's just throw that out there and see what's going on, and it's just like
live action, everything.
Yeah, you got to remember, like when Yusuke met Genkai. Oh my bad, Jay. But when Yusuke met,
everything live action. One Piece got a live action joint going on right now on Netflix.
I heard that. Oh yeah, that was dope. But now when Yusuke met Genkai in the anime, you know what I'm saying? It's like they bond group. You know what I'm saying? You spent a lot of time with those two.
Yeah.
But in the live action, Genkai was made what? She was in maybe what, the last, maybe what, second or third episode, something like that. And then she just died off. And then Yusuke, we supposed to care about that. Like we wasn't with her long enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was, you just got to watch it, yo. It's on Netflix.
I'm gonna check it out though, for real. I know it just dropped not that long ago, right?
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
but for real.
It's gonna be on there for a little while.
I had a problem with Kazuma though.
Where are you talking? Yeah, I believe they turned him into a sucker, yo.
That dude is supposed to be. Yeah, that dude is supposed to be like the Vegeta of Yu Yu Hakusho. You know what I'm saying? Like he always talks shit. Like that was his like thing. But he always, like Vegeta, he would always try to back it up in some way, shape, or form. But they definitely made him like, I felt like they were trying way too hard to make something that it wasn't, you know?
Yeah, because he was supposed to kill the older Toguro brother, but he was just like hitting him with his spirit sword and it kept on running. You know what I'm saying? And then Toguro himself killed him. Even though in the Dark Tournament he technically won, but he did come back and Toguro did kill him because he tried to play, you know what I'm saying? He tried to dishonor them, yo, again. But I guess he tried to cheat or something like that. If Toguro wasn't having it, and he killed him. But then he came back in the next arc, you know what I'm saying? So it was just his head, I think, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta see where they're gonna go with it. I feel like, you know, I don't know. That got me upset. This is why I don't have Netflix. I use my wife's account. I canceled mine.
Yeah, I'm saying household, so Netflix, yo. Cause I heard they cracked it down on people sharing accounts.
The bad adaptation, live action. See?
What happened?
You can't support Netflix because of the bad adaptation to live action.
I cut them off after Resident Evil. That was it. That was the last straw for me. I canceled my account.
I saw that Welcome to Raccoon City movie. I watched like maybe 20 minutes of it, and it was worse than the original version that came out back in the day.
No, but that was a lot better than what the shit that they released recently. Like after that, I was just like,
was it really that bad?
I was so depressed after that. I was like, Netflix had one damn job, man.
Yo, but I have to go with Netflix over Hulu though. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, like a lot of movies you want to watch on Hulu, you have to have an add-on with stars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, come on,
Yo,
man.
Tubi and Peacock. Y'all sleeping on those two. Those
Oh
two.
no, I got Peacock, bro.
Yeah, I'm not
And
sleeping on Peacock. Peacock,
I never had it.
Peacock is the shit.
I love
yeah.
Peacock.
Never had it.
Now, Tubi got some good movies on there, but their original movies, I can't watch them, bro. The acting is just poor. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie to you.
That because you say that, bro. I'm like, nah. They got some nice titles, but I'm like, nah.
Yeah, man. It's like a lot of their movies are like a lot of the Tubi originals are based on books, I think. You know what I'm saying? But I can't watch them, man. I know I was upstairs with my lady watching one last night, man. I was cringing. I was cringing so much, bro. I about twisted the top of my body off, like, you know what I mean? Like, good Lord. Man,
Oh man, that's so
bro.
All right, gentlemen. So consoles, unless anybody got some more theories.
Consoles. We can go into consoles. Y'all want to? You know what I'm saying?
So,
Who wants to go first?
what are we doing? The
I'll
top,
go.
top five?
Yep.
Or what are we discussing? Like what are we doing, gentlemen?
Top 5 favorite consoles.
Okay.
And why?
Who wants to go?
I go first.
Before we go forward with the top 5 consoles, do the handhelds count?
I
Hell
was
yeah.
just gonna ask that.
I count those. So I gotta have honorable mentions now.
Yeah.
If we're doing here now.
You count handhelds.
Okay, cool. All right, so one wants to go first? Spitball it, man.
I go first.
Yes, two.
You want me to go first? I go first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Yo, whoever wants to do.
I'll go PlayStation 2.
All right.
Like your
I
top
love
5?
the
As number 5?
Nah, I didn't rank them. I just wrote
I
down
was gonna
5.
say, do they have to be in order? Like from the is it just any 5 that
Any 5.
Yeah.
Okay,
Five,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm definitely gonna say my favorite console for last, but I'll give you any 4, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, cool. All right.
That's cool. So I'm gonna go
Cool, yeah.
2 as my one choice. As my first one I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
I love the Grand Theft Auto games. I love Dark Watch and NBA Streets Volume 2.
Okay.
You could never go wrong with NBA Streets
Hell
at
no.
all, man.
The
That
best
game
selling console in history, yo.
Game break, the crossovers, the teams. You can have Kobe Bryant going against Stretch Monroe, which is fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shaquille O'Neal versus Bonafide. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yo, NBA Street Volume 3 though.
NBA legends. And I'm like, I can't get enough of this. This is what we all wanted to do as ballers. Have the greats versus the greats versus the fictional greats. NBA Street is probably one of my favorite games for the PS2 console, along with the Grand Theft Autos. I love Vice City a lot and San Andreas.
Me too, man. That was my first Grand Theft Auto that I actually owned. I remember playing the third one at my friend's house, and I was like, I got to get a PS2. That and it was that game, and yes, NBA Streets. Those two made me want to get a PS2. Like,
word.
I got to get it.
Yeah.
So I agree with you.
Same.
Those are good games right there.
Being in like 7th grade, 8th grade, we were talking about Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and it was just like, yeah, it's rated M for mature, or like 17 or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Christmas,
I got it for
so
Christmas my senior year. I remember that.
my brother started playing it, and like the dialogue, the story, I was like, yo, this is a mafia movie right here, man. This is a game right here. And I started playing it. That's what actually hooked me onto the Grand Theft Auto franchise. So because of the PS2 and Vice City, man, that's all I like. GTA is my shit.
I agree.
Yeah,
We agree.
one of the first games that I got though was
My brother Dan.
Full Metal Fitness. What's going on, man?
Word out, Dan.
He failed to wake me up the last time, but that was yet again, guys. I'm so sorry about that.
All right.
Okay.
Yo,
All
Max.
right, Max. See you later.
I'll talk to you.
Later, Max. Appreciate you joining in.
Word.
One of the first games I got for the PS2 was probably Street Fighter EX3. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
That was good.
And it was kind of
That was a good game.
it was some bull because at first we had gotten Dragon Ball Z Budokai. But for some reason, the game just stopped working. Because, I don't know if y'all ever had problems with your PS2. I'm talking about the fat one, where the system just stopped reading disc. You know
Yes,
what I'm
I
saying?
had that problem.
Never mind.
I
Yeah.
got,
Yeah.
I got a quick story for y'all. One time, I went to go trade it in, and it didn't read the disc, and I'm like, you got to try it again. And then and then it read it, and I got my credit, and I just fucking bounced.
Hey, you bought another one?
I know, because my boy sold me the slim one for mad cheap because he
Yeah.
had two of them, and he sold it to me for like $50, and it just came out, and he got like two of them.
Oh,
So the little slim one, it was like maybe 150 or whatever. He only sold it to me for like 50, and so I went and I traded it in at I think it was called EP Games or whatever. And the first time when they tried testing it, it didn't work. And then they tested it again, and I was like, all right, cool. They gave me the credit. I'll take your bounce. I ain't go back there for like 4 months.
Yo. But nah, man, because we had the fat, the first one we had was the fat one. So
Yeah.
eventually it just stopped reading disc. But for some reason, it was reading PlayStation, one disc. It didn't read the purple back disc, you know what I'm saying, sometimes. But the DVD disc, nah. For some reason, it just wasn't reading those games at all. So we took it to the pawn shop to get it fixed. Got it back. It worked maybe 2 months, and then it went out again. And we was so pissed off, man. For real.
My brother's trying to start a debate of some sort in the chat.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Ooh,
We don't want to do that.
that's
We're talking about gameplay. I have to go with Mortal Kombat. Yeah. I know Street Fighter is the granddaddy of all fighting games, but Mortal Kombat, in my opinion, is still better. If you compare Mortal Kombat 1 to Street Fighter 6, even though I haven't played MK1 yet, but I've seen gameplay footage, I probably have to go with that.
Street Fighter 6.
I got Street Fighter 6 for PS4, you know what I'm saying? But I'm playing it on 5, but you know what I'm saying? It's pretty dope, but it's a lot of I don't know, it's too modern for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
If that
I'm
makes sense.
guy. I got even the Funko Pops. I got some statues. I used to have some statues. I gave them away and stuff like that. But I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, man. I like Street Fighter a lot too, but later games, I like them. I'm trying to think now. I like Street Fighter 2 Turbo a lot though.
Me too. I love that
I got
Turbo. I'll put that up on my list. That's over a lot of I don't know if it's over Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Full Metal just said Ultimate Mortal Kombat. We know
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was fire.
Yes.
It really was.
But the storyline wise though, I don't know. Street Fighter got a really good storyline. I don't know I don't know how to put it, man. The storyline in Street Fighter is freaking crazy. It's crazy. But as far as gameplay goes, depending on the earlier versions, I would definitely go with Mortal Kombat. But later on, when you're able to start putting in actual combos in Street Fighter, if you actually know how to do the combo system in Street Fighter, I would go with Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm going in the Alpha series, like Street Fighter Alpha.
Yeah. Yes, I got that.
Street Fighter Alpha was dope, man. When they started doing super combos and ultra combos and regular combos, that changed the whole landscape of Street Fighter for me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
But I have a theory. I have a theory about that, though. My theory is the fact that Street Fighter started copying off of Killer Instinct. I said what I said. That's all I'm gonna say.
Word, yo, I said that last night, yo.
Instinct. What was the combo from Killer Instinct? Yeah, Killer Instinct was another good one. It just didn't do as well as Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter.
Look at that. Street Fighter right here. Still got
Oh man.
Oh, I got 2 Turbo on. Man, I got 2 Turbo 3 times.
I got.
You know what I'm saying? I got a Super Nintendo. I got it on the 30th anniversary collection for PS4, and I got it on the Super Nintendo Mini. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it too. I have Turbo somewhere around here, but hey, I can't do it. Yeah, I love that game.
Yeah, it's on my shelf.
But
I just realized
Killer Instinct did borrow from both. Uncle, go ahead.
You guys can't see me still, right?
Yeah, I can see.
I can't see it.
I guess.
All right, Chris can.
I see
me.
Chris
All right,
and I see Zona. That's it.
But never mind.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
So
Chris is gonna have to tell
next?
us what you're holding in your hand at some point.
Hopefully,
If you're gonna,
hopefully, if
on
Will,
me,
when Will shares
yeah,
that,
because you could see him. Me and Will can't see him.
all right, give me a second, y'all. I'm pull for y'all keep going. Just gonna pull up the fighting games up. You know what I'm saying?
Will, you definitely got to share this in your news feed.
I got too many goddamn
Share what?
games.
The live,
What we share?
or if is there a way you can send it to me? I don't know. 'Cause I'll definitely post it up in mine because this is another good conversation, yo.
It is.
This is another
It
great.
is.
It is a great conversation. I rock with this
I
convo,
love
bro.
the lives, yo.
I rock with this shit.
Let's see here. I got a couple. I'm trying to pull them all out, y'all. I got several
That's
fighting
what I'm
games.
doing.
for Super Nintendo.
Mhm.
Man, I know you're funny.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, bling.
Mortal
Look at that.
Kombat 2, nice, bro. Like,
Word.
fire, and you got it for the Super
Look at
Nintendo.
FK2.
Was way better.
MK2, Super Nintendo, baby.
Yeah, that was Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo is better than Mortal Kombat 2 on Sega.
Yeah, because the one on Sega, it there was no noise and like the sound was terrible. Sega always had trash sound bites.
I ain't
I
gonna lie,
can't down.
that's facts.
All right, so what y'all know about this one? Primal Rage. You probably can't see because my
Rage,
light
yes.
is poor. You know what
Played it on
I'm saying?
Sega.
Yeah.
Another classic right
Pretty
there.
good for Sega.
Yeah.
I don't know. Super Nintendo version is better. The second version just got the piss
The
fatality.
Super Nintendo version is a lot better.
Yep. I got several games too. Now I got one game. I don't care what none of y'all think, man, but this game right here, because I feel like this is a bandwagon thing, but check it out. Shaq Fu. Game's pretty decent in my opinion. Ain't even gonna lie to you. I like it.
I still gotta play Shaq Fu. I got it. I still gotta play it.
I've never played that one.
Well, Shaq Fu?
It's
No, I never played it.
a game though.
A
It
lot
really does.
a lot of the games that and my brother, if he's still in, my brother would vouch for me too. A lot of the games were hand-me-downs, at least for me, because my brother was the one who owned all the games.
Me too.
So me and him always played it
Right.
together.
Right.
Okay.
Too. My brother gave me a lot of games that I still have.
Yeah, I got about, let me see. I got about 8 fighting games for the Super Nintendo, but
NBA
what y'all know about this?
Yeah, what do you got about this one?
I'm gonna be right back. Hold on for 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah, Turtles Tournament Fight. Okay.
I love to.
I got that
Wait,
too.
which one's that right there? I can't really see it.
It's my bad. Power Moves.
Power Moves? I never played Power Moves. Is that good?
I gave Jay. I had 2 copies of the game. I gave Jay a copy. It's like it's all right. It's like one player mode though. You can only play with one character, and it's like you press A to jump. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those games.
Okay, gotcha.
I got I got 9 games. Art of Fighting for Super Nintendo as well. I don't know if you played that.
Fighting? Okay.
Yeah. This game right here is just freaking impossible, bro.
Which one's that?
Dragon the Bruce Lee story.
Dragon the Bushi story? I never played that. I never
Yo,
played that. Was it good? Like was it?
it's all right, bro.
It's all right?
I can barely get past the first fight, man. Because you got to fight. You remember the beginning where he's fighting that sailor dude, yo, at that party? That's like the first fight, yo. Yeah, it's hard. Because, like, when you fighting him, and then you fighting the dude with the machete. Oh, yeah, final fight. Okay.
Final Fight is great. I love Final Fight.
my game.
I had that years ago.
Guys, hey, what
I
up,
had that years
bro?
ago.
It's good, bro. You
Got
better.
your top, though. Mortal Kombat 2, Super Nintendo. Ooh.
No, I know, Chris. I know you got it. Yeah, I love that one better than the Sega one. I do.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yo, 2 Turbo was the game. I'm telling you.
Yes. Street Fighter 2 Turbo was like, I love that game. I remember renting it
You
in
could
Blockbuster.
Balrog, Vega, and Bison. That was a game changer for me.
Yep.
Oh, Gazi, let me tell you something about Gazarati.
Yeah.
He has an arcade machine that has everything you could possibly think of.
Oh, he minded this joint.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Dan just mentioned it again. Yo, Dan,
It's all
beat this, man. Look at that.
Okay, yo, you know the game is worth some money now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a repro. It's not the actual one.
Oh, okay.
You know, I
It's
wish
all
it was,
right.
because I tried looking for it. It's like between like 80 to 120.
Wow.
Yeah. Killer
But
Instinct. It's an old
still
one.
works though. Still works like a regular one.
Mm-hmm.
Killer Instinct, I see it. I
Yeah.
see it.
Like black cartridge on Killer Instinct.
In the original Mortal Kombat, you know what I'm saying?
The
Yeah,
original
Mortal
one.
Kombat. I rock some Mortal Kombat.
I got
Chris ain't playing. Chris came guns loaded. He's not playing.
Yo, look,
He's not playing.
remember these series?
He
Broly
got
was
it.
talking about? Bam. There goes two. Wait a second. There goes one right there.
Oh, nah.
Two,
Oh, I got the first two. I ain't got three.
three.
But are they the
I feel
original
like
ones
he was
though?
so underappreciated.
They're the original games.
Yo,
Yeah.
Donkey
Yeah.
Kong, yo,
Those
you
are the
the
originals.
chat, yo. The music was fire. When you get ready to like go to the next level, that like chill do do. Yo, that I love the
Yo, I think I remember the code, yo. They were playing with Idol. I forgot the code, yo, but I think I remember you had to do something to even put in the code. I forgot. It's been so many years. But yeah, I remember the hidden stage in the first Killer Instinct game.
I got a fun fact. For you guys.
Sorry?
My brother would get ass whipped all the time with in Killer Instinct by me. Smack him up left and right in that
It's a
game.
fun fact.
Damn.
It's a fun fact.
Zoda never ever put down the control.
He never did. Never did. Never once did.
Oh, okay. Up, down, left, right, ABA. Okay. I think you had to play with Cinder though, right? You had to pick Cinder in order to do it. Yep.
Cinder. That was my
Cinder.
that was my brother's character.
Yo, Cinder.
Cinder had some of the
Cinder
best
sucks, man.
comics. I ain't gonna front. I liked him.
But yo, he used to do that flip kick, like because you remember he had a pattern. He'll do the flip kick twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then after that, that's when you go in on his ass. You know
That's
what I
when
mean?
it's like right after that you shoot that long flamethrower thing that he's
Murder.
yeah. You're like,
Remember you used to throw him off the stage? Like
Mhm.
we used to throw him off the stage, and then you see them falling from the
Oh,
sky.
Yeah. They all still
Hilarious.
one night. Yo, Cinder just like I can't do it, but like his head's turned to the side, yo. Like bro, he's falling straight to the ground. You looking to the side,
Mhm.
and then when they hit the ground, you know what I'm saying? Because they you know what I'm saying, they're facing down, but they hit the ground, their body's facing up. So it was like, when did they turn around? I mean, I know it's Super Nintendo, but still,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
but
Nintendo
at the
was always
time,
ahead of its time.
when Killer Instinct came out at the time, though, the graphics of Killer Instinct were definitely top notch.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
I won the arcade game though, yo. I played it like once.
Even the movement
Back
of
in '97.
selected characters, and they would move so fluid. Like
Yeah, they would. Like
I like.
Nintendo had a gem, man. I don't know why they fumbled that. If they kept going, I felt like it could have been something
They
big.
could have.
You know, they wanted to.
Because they would have added characters. They would have added better gameplay. They would have had combos and all that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they bring
No.
before or another system, or they just stopped after Super Nintendo?
What, Killer Instinct?
I think Nintendo 64, I think they stopped.
So
No,
they stopped at N64. That was the last one.
Yeah, because they had Killer Instinct 2 for the arcade. And the Killer Instinct Gold was basically 2 for the N64. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had to cut some stuff, but it was 2, basically.
Crazy, man. I wonder why they never, try to come out with another game.
Wait a
They
second.
did.
The company that they were working with, Rare, they parted ways.
Oh, they did?
And Rare is responsible for Donkey Kong Country also.
I was just going to ask you that.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask that question. So, did they buy the rights from Rare to own Donkey Kong, or was Donkey Kong an original character that Nintendo created?
Donkey
Nah,
Kong was an original character because you got to remember he came out. He came out in the '80s with Mario when he used to throw the barrels. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Okay, yeah.
So I think
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure because I know about like Donkey Kong back in the day with Mario, but when Rare had to make because Rare was the one who made Donkey Kong Country, no?
Yeah.
They were.
So did they have to buy the rights from Nintendo to make that game, or did or did like they make their own version of Donkey Kong, and that Nintendo had to buy that version of Donkey Kong?
I got a
You get
story.
what I'm saying?
I know.
You mean like
Okay.
buy the rights to Donkey Kong?
They gave
Nah,
them that
so
project.
that's not what happened.
Chris, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly. That's not how. So how it went down was a dude named Tony Harmon that worked for Nintendo or whatever. So he traveled to Japan because he didn't believe that only Japanese people could make good games. So he spoke to the head of Nintendo himself. You know what I'm saying? And basically told him that Americans can make good games because Donkey Kong Country was made over there in Europe. You know what I'm saying? That's where Rareware is based out of, in Europe. You know what I mean? So they gave them the rights because remember Nintendo I think they owned 49% of Rare at the time. So Rare was like an official third party for Nintendo. So they really didn't have to pay for the rights or anything. They just loaned Rare the character. You know what I'm saying?
Because that was part of a documentary on Netflix. I could have sworn I watched something on that whole thing.
Yeah, I got the book. I got the audio book. Nintendo versus Sega Console Wars.
Yeah, it was something along those lines. Like they were going in on each other. I remember like there was this whole thing with Rare and Donkey Kong. I remember it somewhat. I don't know the whole story, but I could have sworn that Rare had their own version of Donkey Kong or something along those lines, and Nintendo was just like, oh, that's cool. They were saying that Miyamoto, Shigeru Miyamoto, the dude that created Mario, Zelda, and all of them, even Donkey Kong. You know what I'm saying? They said he was mad at the fact that people like Donkey Kong Country because of the graphics or whatever, like you know what I'm saying, the CG or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's why he did Yoshi's Island the way he wanted to do it, because they originally wanted Miyamoto to make Yoshi's Island the way Donkey Kong Country was, but he said, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it my way. But I don't think he was pissed off at the fact that people like Donkey Kong Country. I think that was just like a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? But now fun fact, Donkey Kong Country 2 almost came out for the Virtual Boy only. You know what I'm saying? Really? That would have been a mistake right there.
That would have been a flop and a half because
because Virtual Boy didn't even last a year.
I got a fun fact for everybody.
Like 6 months.
And the reason why Donkey Kong Country 3 didn't sell so well at the time because the N64 was already out, I believe.
Yeah,
came out.
they just dropped it.
To me, maybe like a month after it came out at the time. I remember, I was like, there's no way I'm not going to buy that game because I love 2 so much, and 3 was so different. 3 goes unappreciated. I never beat 3. I beat the first 2 games. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people hated Kiddy Kong, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's like the least favorite character. It's not like
he didn't make anything else. But it's crazy because the very last video game that Rareware released under Nintendo was Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube. And then the day after that game came out, that's when they sold to Rare because Nintendo just didn't want to buy the rest of Rare. So Rareware sold their half to Microsoft, and I guess they bought the rest from Nintendo. And that was a mistake in my opinion.
That was a horrible mistake. Yeah, that was a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a fun fact about Donkey Kong Country. Do you know the Weeknd? His first album was successful because he used all of Donkey Kong Country's music.
Really?
No, I'm messing with you guys.
Oh, I'm about to be like,
okay.
I'm
listen to the Weeknd.
And I'm like, wait.
Party?
Nah,
no, but I swear he had a sample. I forgot which song it was, but it sounds like the underwater theme to Donkey Kong Country. I don't know what song.
Yo,
hesitation speaks to me, something like that.
Yeah.
So it was something. It sounds exactly like it though. I'm like, part of me feels that he definitely sampled one of those songs because Donkey Kong Country definitely, and I agree with everybody in the chat right now. Donkey Kong Country definitely had probably one of the best soundtracks.
It really did.
Yeah.
I think Donkey Kong Country 2 got the best soundtrack in my opinion.
They did. I agree with you 100%, Chris. It does.
Yeah.
It's at least neck to neck though. I'll tell you that much.
Chris, what you say?
DK2 has got the best soundtrack out of the 3 games.
Mm.
So it's
No, I'm not even gonna hold you. It's definitely good.
Sonic 2 had a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Sonic 2?
Sonic 2. Oh yeah. Oh, we can get in a second. You remember that game called? Oh, there you
got the
prepared,
box,
bro.
bro. Nice.
So
Sonic 2, baby.
I was telling y'all about Eternal Champions, right?
Yes.
My fault, Chris. Go ahead.
Nah, so I was telling y'all last week about Eternal Champions, right? About where Bone Thug sampled one of the like music notes from that game, like the character bios music. They had sampled that for their song Eternal in the 1995 album.
Yeah.
You just gotta listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
That game was hilarious. I loved it.
They killed it on that.
That game pissed me off, man.
I was gonna
Because
the spot that I go to in Virginia when I go to visit my brother called the Tech Exchange. A lot of games that come with the case, and they're not that much more money than the actual cartridge itself. It might be like $5 to $10 more. That's how I got the Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 for the Sega in the case. I paid like $20 for each one, like 45 altogether. Mortal Kombat 2 was more.
not bad.
Nah, that's not the case.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. I was
Because
like,
these places be charging an arm and a leg for Super Nintendo, like a complete, box of the Super Nintendo and all that, like games and all that. Like, Jesus Christ, man. I'm like, yo, it'd be a game like Super Mario World or something like that. It charge you $100 for everything. I'm like, nah, it ain't worth it, man. Not Mario World.
I need to interrupt. I'm just shouting out my cousin. She just came through.
What's going
What's
on?
going on?
What's up?
Welcome.
Hope the kids are well. Roberto said that.
But yeah,
Yeah, my
man,
fault.
like Super Nintendo, if you want to name favorite consoles, that's the best console to me of all time. You know what I'm saying?
That's my number one.
Thank you.
That's definitely
Super
my number.
Nintendo definitely is number one, dude. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So what's another console for you guys?
Speaking of Super Nintendo, I got the classic one right.
I got that upstairs.
Nice, yo. Nice.
Let's see. We're going next to the top five.
Another favorite console will have to be the N64, probably. I'll take that over the PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
PlayStation 1.
Yeah, PlayStation 1.
Bangers, baby.
The reason why I say that because I grew up with the N64. So,
It's
you know what I mean?
it goes back and forth, man, because I definitely see where you're coming from with that one. But then the PlayStation 1, man, it has hard hitters too. Like I don't know. Like me and my brother, if my brother is still there, we owned pretty much most of the console. Like, I owned like we both owned like all the consoles. So it's like we were going back and forth between the games, So like I definitely enjoyed I definitely see where you're coming from, Chris, with the N64. I won't even hold you to that. Like I understand. I definitely understand.
I felt like N64 was good. I felt like PlayStation had more consistent games than N64.
I know.
I feel like as far as like shooters and like platforms, the N64 was king. But as far as like fighting games,
when it comes to that, I agree.
As far as fighting games, I can't. You know what I'm saying? The controller was not built for no fighting game on the N64. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it wasn't.
Not at all. Not at all. But fighting games were trash. The only one that was acceptable was Smash Brothers because that was a lot easier and it was more, it was a lot more easy accessible. There was nothing crazy that you had to really learn because everything was simple.
And the button.
One fighting game.
Very
Oh, go ahead, Jay. My bad.
Friendly. The layout for Smash Brothers on the N64 control was button friendly. Like you didn't.
It was very button friendly.
You stay with the C's to jump and the stick to move, and then front B to attack, and then Z right there in the back to block, to throw, to grab. It was all convenient. So Super Smash was definitely one fight that I was dope. I would choose PS1 over the N64 so I could play Twisted Metal, Spy with a Dragon, and Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, in my opinion, in the
That's
early
why,
days,
yeah, Jay. Yep.
in the early days, in my opinion, I believe the only thing the PlayStation had on N64 was fighting games, in my opinion, because of the layout of the controller. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And in fact, if it wasn't for Nintendo, it would have been a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Because
Thank you. Thank you.
like
Yo,
if
I've
you,
been telling everybody that for years.
It's
Nobody
true.
believes me.
It's
It
true.
started as,
It's true.
yo,
if you
Billups,
look
what up,
at
man?
the
How you doing?
even if you look at the layout of the controller, it's built after the Super Nintendo controller.
No,
You
it's
know what
true
I'm saying?
because
Like,
Did you guys ever see the prototype when Sony and Nintendo collaborated?
yeah, that was the
yep,
start of it, though. That
Yeah.
was the start of it.
Nintendo
That was the start of it.
screwed them over, yo.
It's true though. It's true. But then where where did PlayStation go though? You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah, they
they
messed up, yo,
Nintendo.
when they decided to work with Philips. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? For
Nintendo knows. Nintendo deep down knows that they created their own worst enemy at some point.
Mm.
Yep.
Nintendo definitely knows that, and I know but Nintendo. You see, the company Nintendo, they're smart. They're smart. They know how to They know how to play the system better than any other company out there.
Yo, Sega almost worked with Sony. You know what I'm saying? I think they was going to build a console together, but I think Sega's president at the time didn't want to work with them. So, you know what I'm saying? If you read the book Console Wars, it'll explain all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's crazy. Because they didn't want to work at Silicon Graphics either. That's why they started working with Nintendo with the N64. You know what I'm saying? Because Sega messed that up too. So,
Sega messed a lot of things up. That's why Sega Saturn flopped. And all them peripheral objects that they
not
had,
only
like
Nintendo,
Sega
was not
CD,
good when
32X, all that flopped.
No,
no,
their biggest flop was the Dreamcast. Their biggest flop was the Dreamcast. That was that they were actually trying to that was their ace in the hole, and then that's when they lost money on that system. It was a system ahead of its time, but nobody wanted to mess with it.
Yo, so the Dreamcast was the most successful flop, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it
was.
sold well in the beginning, but then, you know what I'm saying, at that time it was too late. Sega was done. The Dreamcast lasted 2 years here.
Yeah.
So, because they screwed up badly with the Saturn. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what they was thinking with the 32X.
I had this Saturn, man. I did.
I had a Saturn.
Yeah.
I got one
Sega
there.
Saturn.
It's in the box in the closet. You know what I'm saying?
Chris, you got a Sega Saturn, right?
Yeah, I got one.
Of course.
I mean, if y'all want me to name my consoles, you know what I'm saying, we can do this. You know what I mean? Like, I got them in the box in the closet. You know what I'm saying?
So
I got.
Chris? What's your top five? Wait, Jay, did you say you did? Wait, did anybody say their top five?
No.
We probably just got
into the
enough
next
time
one.
just to name them off. You know what I'm saying? But another one for me will probably be it's kind of hard, man. I'll say PS3.
Okay.
It was a good console. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, shoot. Hey, what's up, babes? Gross came on. What's up, Lord? How you doing? What's up, babes?
Nah. You know what? I'll take that back. I got to go with the Genesis.
The Genesis?
Yeah.
You talking about this one?
Yeah. Oh, you got the mini. Dang, bro. I got the actual Genesis in the box. I got all that stuff in the closet because I'm in my son's room. Like, I set up my desk and all that in his room. So, you know what I mean?
Dude, I also got Sonic Spinball for it. One of the best things.
What, Spinball?
Yeah.
Nah, it was all right.
Nah, I
in my opinion.
like that game. Hey, yo, people hated on it, yo, but I don't care what nobody says. I had fun with that game. Every time I got to the third board, it always the third board pissed me off because I never beat it. Did you guys beat Spinball or no?
Nah. I got my Sega collection right here, actually. You know what I'm saying? I don't have too many games for it, but yo.
What company had the best controller is what Dave Billups is asking.
Best controller?
The console with the best controller. That's tough.
The best controller is a DualShock controller.
I was gonna say PlayStation. I think PlayStation had the best controller.
They did because That joystick
Yeah.
made sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They got. I think PlayStation is the only one that got better with the controllers, and
But
I feel like Nintendo was always like a step behind with the controllers.
you know what's crazy though, right? Nintendo inspired Sega and PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
Of
So
course.
what Genesis? Because the worst controller to have, as far as like the 16-bit era, was the Genesis controller. Because number one, they thought they was doing something when the NES was still out. When they added an extra button to their controller, then when the Super Nintendo came out with the 6-button controller, including the 2 triggers up top, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Sega was done, man.
No.
Well, no, Sega was actually still.
Look at this. Look at the difference. This one has 3 buttons. When you play like Street Fighter, you have to press start
Yep,
just to like
switch
change
buttons, right?
from punching to kicking. Super Nintendo had all 4 buttons, and then that's when they decided to put 6 to be like to try to get one up on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, but I still wasn't. You still really can't count that controller because it didn't come with it. It didn't come out with the system. So
Yeah, you can.
you know what I mean. A lot of people try to compare those two.
Man,
I got some Sega gems right here though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember Cool Spot and shit? You know what I mean? Like I was.
Wait, Cool Spot? Is that the little?
Yeah,
Back in the days,
7 Up. 7 Up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Man,
that. That's funny.
Nintendo always had Sega punching the air, man. That they're just like Sega thought they had something on Nintendo, and also Nintendo's like, yeah, but guys, look what we did. They're like,
Yo, let me tell you guys something that Sega did that Nintendo didn't. But I always look at it like this, right? Sega was always ahead of their time. You know, they were the first system that played discs. You know, like game discs, like Sega CD, like Sonic CD and stuff. And then they had the 32S. They had add-ons. But the one thing that Nintendo didn't have was Sega was the first system with a DLC because of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Remember when you connected both of them?
That's a fact.
Well, I don't know, bro. I don't think.
but that's
You remember?
that was Sega's downfall though, because they were always taking the risks, and Nintendo let them take the risks.
Yeah,
No,
Nintendo set back on. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Sega was. I don't think there was the first console that had disc. I think because you forgot about the Philips CDI that came out before that here in America. You know what I'm saying?
I want to pretend that system didn't exist. That and
console
Jaguar.
was the last cause, man. I got something here that Jay wanted though. Buster Douglas.
Oh, that's my.
Oh
man, that's my joint.
Yeah,
What was that game? Was it good?
Yeah, it's funny, yo.
Yo, the graphics,
Funny as hell too.
the sound effects were like awesome. Every punch, every block, you felt that.
Wait,
Every
Sega that game had good sound effects on Sega?
Yeah,
it
pretty damn funny too. It's easy, yo. I always played on the easy difficulty level. So.
Tino?
it was great.
Was good, Tino? Thanks, Doc. My fault.
I don't know about that.
Which one?
Is that Aladdin?
Yeah.
I love that Aladdin
Yo,
game.
it is so funny that you mentioned that.
Game
Hold on a second.
This was my joint.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Where is it? I got you.
Mhm.
I
Probably got the
can't
Super
find it.
Nintendo.
I have a Super Nintendo. It's somewhere around here. I don't know where it went.
I got to go with the Genesis version though, because the Super Nintendo version was okay. Oh yeah, the arcade game. Yeah, I gave the Super Nintendo version too. You got that one still, right?
And I got this.
Super Nintendo?
This was my joint.
Oh, I got that for Super Nintendo.
Power Rangers the movie.
Jay showing that. I wish I
skipped on that.
saw Jay's screen.
I know.
I skipped on.
Oh, that's why I'm hoping that this live, when it gets posted, you can
I'm down.
see me.
Playing game.
Jay's too busy being John Cena on my screen, man. Like I can't. Too busy.
Yo, I'm saying the same about Jay too. He's too busy being John Cena. Like, what's good?
Me.
I'm the only one that can see you then, bro.
Chris the only one. I don't know what's happening.
I see Chris, I see John, and that's it.
Yeah.
I got the N64 collection behind me too. That might be a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
Or only got
You
one.
know what's funny? I tried looking for a 64, but I don't know what it is. They cost just as much as they did when they first came out. It'd be like 160 or 200, and it's just the same. The console alone, not with no game, and just one controller, and that's it.
Bro, I'm tell you something. The retro market is actually making a comeback because a lot of people nowadays are not playing new games because all these services they got, all these updates. You know what I'm saying? They charging you microtransactions for everything and all of this. So which is like, you know, if they bring out a console, a lot of people say if they bring out a console digital only next gen, they done. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna go back to their old school shit, yo.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Because everything's becoming more like too advanced and more complex. I mean, some people get it, some don't.
Now, I will say I'm gonna get that Black Myth Wukong that's coming out hopefully this year. You know what I'm saying? Coming up. That shit look. Now, when we get off this live, y'all check out the trailer for it. Man, shit, it's the best looking game I've seen.
I put in the group chat. I want to forget it.
Yeah, so you said type it in the group chat?
Yeah.
I got you.
What is it for? Is it a PS5?
Yep.
No. I just got a PS5, so I'm gonna check it out. I have like maybe 2 games for it, 3.
You know, on my top 5, I do have a and we all did say that handheld games were also consoles too, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we did.
Okay.
We did. Agreed.
Yo, so I've had some of the best gaming experiences on handhelds, man. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Gear, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita. They had some bangers, man.
They did.
There was a game played on the PlayStation Vita called Soul Sacrifice, which was an insane RPG with like spells, sorcery, and all that stuff, man. And game was so dope, yo. Gravity Rush was great on the PlayStation Vita. PlayStation Portable was really good too. You could play. They used to come out with the little movies. You remember the movies they used to have?
Yeah, but on like the disc ones, right?
Well,
Like
yeah,
the
little tiny ones.
Yep. They had they had those at like, I don't want to say Walmart. Maybe Walmart. I don't know if they had them, but
I had a PSP.
that was
That's
the
one thing I didn't.
Oh, the PSP
It
was amazing. The
It's like
PSP was
first
amazing.
generation.
Yeah.
When I went to
Yeah, I
school.
had the fat one, and then I had the one that came out later. You know what I'm saying?
And you can see
Man,
it right there too on
the
both
3D
those.
3DS is better though, in my opinion.
I feel like Game Boy Advance and 3DS. I think they're the complete handheld systems. I don't think anybody's gonna make better handhelds than that.
I hate to say this, but I kind of agree. I agree with Chris. The 3DS was way better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree with.
I agree. But
I feel like they had
definitely
better
agree with
games.
Chris on that one. As much as I hate, as I don't want to put the PSP down like that, it's true.
3DS is
Dan, stop, man. Stop,
Nah.
Dan.
Original.
Dude,
Nah,
Original Game
let
Boy.
me tell you something.
That
Let me tell you
big
something.
no.
Oh, shoot,
Oh.
you know. Yo, let me tell you
You
something.
take your damn Dreamcast somewhere else, Dan.
Yo, however though, the original Game Boy was actually this for a while it was the second most sold console in history behind the
for a while,
PS2.
it's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Well,
what's the first one?
Contra.
Don't-
Contra was great.
Let's not forget about Tetris. Don't forget about Tetris either.
Yo, Tetris.
Tetris.
Oh my god,
Come out with
yeah,
different.
I forgot all about that.
They got a movie about that, yo. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched that movie. Was it on Netflix?
No, I think it was on Amazon. And I already know the
Amazon.
story, the real story behind it. So,
There was some
yeah.
movie, some documentary I watched about some guy that he was
Yep.
like a master at Tetris, and I can't remember the name of it. It was so many years ago.
Alexei Pashinov is the dude that created Tetris. Well, he's one of the guys that created it. You know what I'm saying?
Gladly take. the
Oh,
greatest
shout out to Sam.
Tetris player.
It's great.
Yep. Yeah, because Tetris, like, basically, it was like a nightmare getting it over here. You know what I'm saying? Because Sega thought they had the rights for it when they released it on the Genesis, I think. Sega, but I think they had to cease. Yeah, so, or was it? No, it wasn't Sega. It was,
Nintendo.
yeah, it was, what's that company that was under Atari? I think it was their company because they was selling, like, unofficial, unlicensed games for the NES.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
thought
It
they
was,
had the
it
rights
was,
for
it was it was Nintendo. They had like they thought they had the rights. I know what company. I know the company. There was a company involved in the whole thing. Like there was a company involved in the whole thing, and Nintendo thought that they had the rights to like distribute the Tetris, and then they had a cease and desist at some point. But eventually, I don't know how they acquired the rights to do the whole Tetris thing. Eventually through Nintendo, like they were able to do it at some point, but there was a cease and desist for a while. when it came when Nintendo was trying to release the Tetris. They explain it in the movie too.
Yeah, man, like it was a nightmare because like if you look at the documentary is like 50-some minutes long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I watched it twice, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a nightmare, man, because there was so many different like people controlling the IP over there in Russia. They thought, this company thought they had the rights. This company thought, but Nintendo, at the end of the day, got the rights for the NES and Game Boy. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do. I like how they dropped Tetris both on Game Boy and Nintendo. And
Yeah.
they had a Tetris 2 for Super Nintendo too.
I'm just saying, for me, one of my top fives is the Game Boy SP.
Game Boy. Oh yeah, I had one of those too, but I didn't have it for long. I don't even know what happened to that thing.
The Game Boy SP, the Game Boy SP is always going to be here for me, man. It was able to play all the old Game Boys, and it was the first handheld to actually introduce the light, the light in the background to make it, so you could play it in the, you can see it better.
Right. I remember I had the Game Boy Advance. That was my biggest issue. And then by the time that came out, I already sold my Game Boy Advance, like with all my games. And I mean, to me, that was the biggest regret for me. I wish I would have kept the Game Boy Advance and I would have traded it and gotten that. But that wasn't even out yet. I was so mad.
It was $100 when it came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was only
but yo,
100. Yeah, I remember.
Here's a fun fact I bet y'all didn't know though. Going back even further.
Yeah.
The Atari almost distributed the NES in America. They almost had a partnership with Atari. The NES would have been under Atari, you know what I'm saying? But I think something happened to deaded the deal, and so Nintendo decided to just go in alone, you know what I mean?
I never knew that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would have been a mistake on Nintendo.
That's mind-blowing to me. I can't believe that.
Yeah, because at the time, it was already a video game crash, so, you know what I mean? Atari was already pretty much dead when it came to consoles, yep. Because the Atari 5200, yo, I don't know if y'all seen that. That was a big motherfucker, man. That console was huge.
Yeah, it was not. It would have. I think I know what you're talking about. I was like maybe this big because my uncle had. Yeah, it was pretty big. It was probably a little bigger, maybe bigger than the PS3. Maybe, I don't know.
Nah, that thing was, man. Yo, let me tell you, that thing was probably as big as my desk, man. Like that motherfucker was huge, bro. That shit was bigger than the PS5, man. Like,
what was bigger?
Yo, the Atari, right?
The 5200. Yo, you ever heard of AVGN? The show on YouTube? Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yeah.
Yo, watch the episode where he talks about the 5200, man. That shit's funny, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
because they said the controller was known for dying, like breaking on you easy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what killed the system.
Was that the joystick controller?
I love that, dude.
Then, like, the rollerball controller was as big as the NES. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why, man? Like, for real.
Man.
Okay.
What's another console?
What was the next one?
For me?
Yeah.
Chris is on it?
I'll probably have to go with the Xbox 360, yo.
I almost bought an Xbox 360, but I was pro Sony over Microsoft any day. That's just me though.
360.
At the time, Sony was shooting themselves in the foot when it came out with the PS3 because they was charging too much, and Microsoft was, playing it the smart way. You know what I'm saying? It's like they was like just back and forth each generation. You know what I'm saying? Because when the P4 came out, Microsoft shot themselves in the foot by doing what they did with the Kinect and all of that. And then, you know what I'm saying, it was charging the arm and the leg saying you always had to be online. And then remember when Sony made that commercial where they said, well, here's how you trade games for the PS4. And the dude just handed the other dude a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what killed that. That's how PS4 pretty much won before either system was already released. You know what I mean? And Nintendo wasn't even a factor, yo.
Not at the time, no. Because they had because the thing is that they had Game Boy, not Game Boy, I'm sorry, they had GameCube at the time when that came out. And then, like, the Wii came out like a year and a half later.
Yep. The Wii was, the Wii came out around the time the Xbox 360, well, let me see. Yeah, the Xbox 360 and PS3, so Because Nintendo was kind of confusing. You know what I'm saying? They released the Wii U. You wasn't sure if the Wii U was a part of that generation or not. You know what I'm saying? That was like the 7th generation or whatever. It was no
It
8th
was
generation. No,
it
7th
was
generation. 7th generation.
it was 7th. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I thought it was 6, but I think you're right because I miscounted. Which is
6
gonna
gens, N64, PlayStation, and Saturn.
You're
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But yeah.
All I'm gonna say is Final Fantasy VII.
Yo, they released that game they re-released that game a million times, yo. Square Enix, yo, they milking the shit out
That's
that
all.
game.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's why it's so hard for me to like decide that I'm gonna just say my top 5 real quick. Super Nintendo, N64, in no order. This is in no order. Super Nintendo, N64, PS1, Game Boy SP, and the PS2.
Okay. Excellent choices. I don't think nobody mentioned the Dreamcast yet, other than the little conversation we had about that. But
Well, my brother's
Is that even an
nonstop.
honorable mention?
My
That's what I want to know.
my brother's nonstop mentioning Dreamcast, and
Love the dream.
I know why. We used to have the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And like we would play. There was a few games we would play on it. One game, Quake 3 Arena, was one of the games that we used to play on that.
yeah, the Dreamcast was fun. But I just didn't like the way they built their controller. I thought it was stupid because they had the cord at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
And you had to buy
Yeah.
the memory card
Yeah.
with the screen in it.
yeah,
I thought that was
Yeah.
weird.
that was pretty dope.
That was weird.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, nah. And you know, it's funny. I almost bought a Dreamcast, and it was between that or the tiny PS1. And I just last minute, I was like, nah, I'm gonna get a PS1, and I got it with Resident Evil Director's Cut, the first one.
Nice.
Yeah.
There was a Resident Evil Code Veronica was on Dreamcast as well. Soul
Yeah.
Calibur was on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Spawn. There was a Spawn game that was on Dreamcast too. I forgot the name of the game, but it was a cool game from like Spawn had this like fighting game that you go through like this arena and you find the other players and you fight them with like a Spawn character. Like there was a lot of good games for the Dreamcast that my brother had. A lot of
That
good
sounds
games.
familiar. Didn't it come out on PlayStation 1 also? Or was it 2?
Metal Gear.
Or did it just?
I think it came out on the PlayStation 2.
Metal Gear.
It sounds really, really familiar. I'm trying to figure out. Like I know man.
Metal Gear.
Yo, but
PlayStation 1 originally. Well, I don't know. It probably came out for Nintendo originally, but I first played it on the PlayStation.
Super Nintendo. I had the Super Nintendo game. I never played the PlayStation game.
Nah.
Yo, Chris, got to play that, man. You want to talk about a great story and great characters, great character development. It came to life so well. The Metal Gear Solid first game. Yo, Bert was good. That's one of my
NES version was NES.
That's my
The
favorite
NES had it.
franchises of all time. Metal Gear Solid 1, Sons of Liberty was great. Snake Eater was great.
Yo,
those Metal
Got around to Sons of Liberty. I played it once and like I never got into it.
Amazing storyline. Amazing storyline.
Yo, SmackDown was my joint, yo. Just bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We was talking about SmackDown. Know
We
your
were.
role.
I know you're wrong. Yeah, I remember that.
The only thing about the PS2 though, it was the only console in that generation that didn't have four player controller ports. You know what I'm saying? You had to buy whatchamacallit, you know what I'm saying?
We get it. You had to get a whole nother system to connect it to just to play 4 players.
Yep.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, we had one of those, you know what I'm saying?
I
just
never
didn't
realized
understand
that
it.
myself.
What console are you talking about, Zona?
PS2.
PS2.
Oh, you
I
have
never
We had to buy
realized. I never
you had to buy the
realized that.
link joint
It's
for
funny
the
how they-
controller.
tab, yo. It's a wrap.
My bro.
Sony never learned their lesson with that, yo. Like maybe the PS3 because the controllers were wireless, but you know what I'm saying? The first 2 PlayStation consoles, nah.
The wireless
What
controller.
about you know what's funny? I find it interesting that they didn't have a 4-player adapter on PS2, but then for 1 they actually did. It's like they almost downgraded just on that alone.
No, they had a 4-player adapter for PS2.
Yeah.
They did? Really?
Yeah, they did.
I believe it. Yeah,
Why
they
They
did.
used to always.
They did. It
They
came
love-
out. It came out really late though.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. You're right.
My
Because
brother.
I did not remember
My brother
it, but I like
said. Dan said Royal Rumble for the Super Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
I never played
I never
Royal
got
Rumble,
around
but I
to.
played
I didn't get
I
into
played
wrestling
Raw.
games until N64.
Royal Rumble was pretty fire. I ain't gonna lie. It was one of those like slow striking games, but it was
Slow strike.
good.
Like,
Yeah,
The
like
gameplay was just like Raw, right? WWF Raw.
for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
because I played Raw and I played the arcade game. I never played Royal Rumble. I played Super WrestleMania too. That game was funny.
Strikes, quick attacks, grapple quick, do your move. You have to put those commands in pretty fast in order to get the advantage. That's what I liked about the SmackDown games that we were talking about. SmackDown 1, 2, Shut Your Mouth. Here Comes the Pain.
Mhm.
Nowadays with WWE 2K games, you don't got to put in the command so fast. You got to tap the button quick to get the advantage. Chris knows. Chris, how many times was me and you reversing when we fought in those games, bro?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Is because we just kept
I think Jay lost to me like 4 straight matches, right? Was it
Yo,
3? I don't even remember, but yeah.
me. I reversed everything, bro. I reversed everything, and then all of a sudden I get hit with a finisher.
Yo, yo,
And I'm like, what?
you just couldn't land the move because I kept reversing
I
everything. You know what I'm saying?
kept reversing everything.
Yo, that game was fun though.
It was
It's
fun. It was.
but playing WWE games by yourself is not fun. You know what I'm saying? It just is.
nah, it's not. It is.
Unless you're
man.
14, yo.
Even
Unless
like the story is cool, but then
You need
but it's just not the same when you don't got your friends with you, especially on the 64.
yeah.
it's 2K14, yo. Now that game, that's the best in my opinion. That's the best one out on current, like between PS3 and now so far. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Because
it has the
2K15
best
was
story?
terrible, yo. Yeah, 2K15 sucks, man. I gave that shit away. Like I had bought it and gave it away a few weeks later. That's just how much I disliked it, yo.
What about
That's bizarre.
SmackDown versus Raw?
That
never-
was more.
I got around to that one.
That
That I
changer, yo.
Yeah, that game was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I played that one. I think I played 2006.
Edge, they started making those guys really good. Rey Mysterio,
Mm-hmm.
like later on, like 2008. That's when Rey Mysterio already had the belt, so they had to bump up his stats. So he was fast. He was decent in strength. Very agile. His endurance was up higher. I think Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit probably wasn't in the game.
Wait a second. Hold
didn't
on.
he like
Hold on.
wasn't it like
I think the
2006
reason why
when
we
he,
can't see Jay is because of the fact that he's not even in this chat.
What are you talking about?
I feel like because on my screen right here it says you're not even in it. It says
Yeah, because I'm able to type. I was typing back and forth.
Yeah, I could type as well.
Yeah, I can. Yo,
Oh, WCW Revenge.
oh, you're typing.
oh
Okay,
Why
that's
you
good. I see you.
I wish you could.
it's a glitch in the matrix. I'll tell you that much. That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
Once we upload the video, we should be able to see you.
I'm in the
You know
stick
what I'm saying?
being carried. That's what it is. I gotta drop
Yes.
Oh, he said,
in the town to go to my nearest gas station in Harris Teeter.
I mean, how
but
far
yo,
is the nearest gas station from you? I mean, you're in the sticks, right? In North Carolina?
I'm so much. Yeah, I'm in North
yeah,
Carolina.
you on Cary.
Yeah.
Nah, Cary ain't the sticks. It's a small
It's
city,
not
but
the
nah, it's
city.
definitely a
Like,
city.
my area is away from everything.
True.
But nah, yo, but what about PlayStation wrestling games?
PlayStation wrestling
They-
games.
They're
they
good,
are-
but
other,
they're not they're
Warzone.
not the
Other-
64.
than the SmackDown games, the rest of them suck ass.
They did.
Now, as far as the N64 wrestling games, were better. You know what I'm saying?
Every
Yeah,
single one was good.
PlayStation
Yeah.
1 also had some good WCW games, yo. WCW Thunder.
Oh no, I'm talking about WWF, bro.
Yeah. I know. I'm talking about. We played all the rest. But
Yo, the WCW games are better on N64. They was just better. You know what I'm saying? Because
They were.
you know N64 they had Aki. You know what I'm saying? Developing their games, AKI,
yeah,
not Aki, THQ and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Speed of wrestling game.
put some bangers. But
Yeah.
N64 had the better overall. I think WWF games. No Mercy in the 2000.
Oh yeah, Warzone and Attitude and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
We enjoyed Attitude. to, but that's not on my list of like bangers for WWF games.
Yeah. I think
That was
I think the PlayStation. Yeah, they had both Warzone and Attitude, right?
Godfather. Did you know
Oh
that?
yeah, him. I forgot all about that guy.
You remember the
Remember
Godfather?
him.
He was only in WWF Attitude, and I'm like, damn. So I think
No,
that's
he was in. He
Nah,
was
he
in
was at
WWF.
WrestleMania
He
2000.
was.
oh shit, he was.
Oh, no mercy.
He was in
Oh, you're in your house
no,
for Sega
the
Saturn.
Good Father.
I never played In Your House. I played
Yeah, me neither.
but the Sega. I might have to get that for the Saturn.
Yeah,
Yo, it's a fast paced wrestling game.
arcade style.
Okay.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Because
it's very similar to WWF, the WrestleMania, the arcade game. Arcade game, though, they had the special meters that you can pop up.
Mhm.
That's
Like all you had to do was punch the guy 4 times and hit your finisher, and then the match is over.
That's it. Yeah.
That thing was good, bro.
oh yeah, it's made by Acclaim, I
Yup.
think too. You know what I'm saying?
You guys
The
know
only
the
game.
play was based in Long Island.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, but I think was it? No, we wanted Acclaim. I'm thinking Acclaim was like the very first third party company, but it was actually Activision. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't have a very large Saturn. I got like 3 games for the Saturn:
I had
Cruise USA, Virtual Fighter 2, and Die Hard Trilogy.
How was that?
I
I never got around to that.
Die Hard, a video game.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, after playing games so long with the analog stick and the joysticks and all that, it's like once you're playing with the Saturn controller, because I got the original Saturn controller, it's kind of hard to maneuver your character because I'm not used to playing games like that no more, man, with that type of controller. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was kind of hard, yo.
Yeah.
The controller was fat. It was like this big. Like it wasn't a small one.
Yeah, it's hard to collect for the Saturn, man, because so many games for the Saturn are expensive nowadays, yo. Like for real.
Like for me, I wasn't a fan of the Saturn like that. I was like, like I had it. The only game that I played on it that I had was X-Men: Children of the Atom. That was good.
Ooh.
Hold on, what?
That was a good game.
Oh, yo, man, I seen that at Gamesters, yo. It was like $60. This place called Gamesters I used to go to. Like, I used to build my collection from there. I told Jay about it. It was like, yo, the games there are pretty reasonable. You know what I'm saying? So they had it, but by the time I was ready to get it, it was gone. I was like, fuck, man.
That game
Like,
was
for real.
good. Like, it was hard, and the craziest part is it was just like the arcade. There was like no, it was just like a carbon copy, only it was on Sega Saturn. It was so good. Yeah. And it was hard to beat, but it was good.
They came out with some X-Men games too for some of these consoles.
Yeah.
X-Men Clone Wars, Children of Atom, like you just mentioned. Great.
Yep.
Yeah, I got Mutant Apocalypse for Super Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? That game's pretty dope.
Like, I thought about buying it. I remember back when I had a Facebook, I saw it in the marketplace, and somebody was selling it for $20. I thought about buying it, and I just bought it, and never got around to it. I was like, I don't know if I was gonna like it or not. Is it good?
Clone Wars?
Oh yeah. Well, it's made by Capcom, so I don't know about Clone Wars, but the Super Nintendo game is made by Capcom, so yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Because in that game you play with it's like 5 different. Yeah, it's like 5. What it is, you play with 5 different characters, and then you go through each level with each character. You know what I'm saying? And I think after you complete all 5 levels or something like that, you just continue the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? With the random characters or whatever. But it's hard, man. The only level I beat was Gambit's level. And Wolverine's level. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That shit is hard. Cyclops level is almost impossible, bruh.
Dude.
You got X-Men.
Who was the best character to you?
To me, was probably Gambit, yo.
I love Gambit.
I'm surprised. Gambit
I got Gambit right here in the back. Oh no, y'all can't see it. Damn. But Gambit right here in the back at the top.
Yo, I was looking at a meme the other day, right? They said Wolverine's mask are 2 Batman kissing. Yo,
I've seen that meme before. That meme is hilarious.
Oh my God, guys disrespecting Logan, man.
Batman is looking at each other, and every time I look at Wolverine, I'm just like, "Hey, Batman."
That's
But
probably
yeah,
that's probably the reason
he,
why Wolverine doesn't wear his mask anymore. Because someone probably came up to him and said that to him. He's just like, you know what, guys, done with this mask, man.
You
mm.
he refuses to wear
but,
a mask.
but yo, guys, y'all want to continue this conversation Monday? 'Cause my phone's on 13% right now. My joint's been draining 12%.
Monday. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm off Monday. Monday's Christmas.
Yeah, it is Christmas.
Christmas
I
Eve.
don't know if that day is
I'm
good
gonna
because I'm gonna be around.
my fan.
We could do Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to.
That could be good for Wednesday. I think Wednesday's cool.
Wednesday. I think Wednesday works.
All right, it's all good.
We'll talk
Same time?
and see what's good.
Yeah, same time.
Same time.
Same time, 6 o'clock.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yo, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure yet again.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I look forward to the
It
next
has been
one.
a good time.
Yeah.
I could literally. I'm pretty sure we could like literally continue this for like 24 hours straight. Like,
Yes, we
I'm
can.
more than confident.
Definitely.
I can continue showing everything I got here. I got my whole retro station right here.
Yeah.
But I
hopefully
Next
just
time.
want to. I just want to mention one thing. Before we go, I'm pretty sure I told Jay this. And Will, probably I'm gonna try to get Will what I'm about to say right now. But I do make my own card game. I started
Yes, I know.
making my own card game, and my brother knows this too. Like, and I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna try to get Will his deck for Christmas. That was gonna be Will's Christmas present. But yeah, hold on. I got an example right here. Is this it right here? Yeah. So with it, you got your own personal deck holder. This is my brother's deck, and with it, the whole thing is like you could choose any character you want in your deck. Any character from any video game, any cartoon series, anything. So for example,
It's fire. I ain't gonna lie.
for example, and I also like my brother. That's his card right there. It's a hollow foil. So if you can see it,
Yeah, I see that. Nice.
he has Goku and Vegeta. Ultra Ego and. I'm trying to get.
That's pretty
Tough, bro.
Yeah. So I'm currently making them.
Yeah.
Like for example, he has Jean Grey in his deck.
Mm.
Oh,
Wolverine, he has Wolverine.
Mm.
And for example, he has Cloud.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And
the Cloud Beast.
he even has Power Rangers in his deck. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is I do this for fun. That's just something I do for fun, and I'm currently gonna on the DL, of course, sell them because I can't sell them legally, of course, but
Yeah.
yeah. But
We'll try to get it there, bro.
but for you guys though, I'm not selling. I'm just gonna give them out, for you guys. But for everybody else though, I on the DL, I am gonna be selling them.
All right.
But yeah, it's just something I'm doing for fun.
Yeah. Nah. They come out nice, bro. They look really good. Those holographs, yo.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, good shit.
Can't wait to see mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hopefully I can get it to you though.
All right,
Dude,
how about
you
I got
live 3
it.
blocks away from me. It's that
All right, but I'm
simple.
about to jump off, guys, because my shit's draining fast and
All right,
2%.
man.
Shoot.
All right,
We'll talk to you guys.
guys.
I'll be
It's
good.
been fun.
Chris, be good. I'll be
Happy
in
holidays. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. yo.
Everybody who's tuned in, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Tuning in, checking us out.
Word.
All right, boys.
Guys,
Talk to y'all later.
I'll be safe, man.
talk to y'all later. Merry Christmas, y'all.
You too.
Merry Christmas. All right.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Peace.
All right, y'all.